All right, it's your boy Marquise. It's Friday night, and it's your boy Marquise. And my live is always the place to be. Come on in and make yourself some friends because you and I have unfinished business. Tonight we have two stories. Both will come with a trigger warning. Both stories involve unaliving, unfortunately, and unaliving of extremely young people. So if that is something that's going to be a little bit too much for you, feel free to scroll on past me, and you can come on back on Sunday for subscriber only Sunday, or next Friday for the big show. For those of you who are just passing by or unfamiliar with me, again, my name is Marquise. I have a page, Tube of You. Same username, Faith and Bishop 2. Please go over there and subscribe. There's original content over there. There is all of my, well, not all of them, but a lot of my great interviews from this past year are over there as well. Original content as well as this content that is oftentimes over there as well. So please subscribe over there and come on in the room. Get the tap in that screen, grab your heart. What is it? The heart means whatever those heart things are. Grab those as you're coming in. They're 1 cent. But it does help to push me out on that FYP. Gifts I will never beg for, but they are greatly appreciated. What I will beg you to do, though, is to tap that screen and to share me out to some of your friends. This is the first story of the night. We will be talking in depth about the Jada West situation out of Georgia. That is the 12-year-old, unfortunately, who passed away after a fight that was videoed for the world to see. So it's a very layered topic. We're going to talk about her, the bus driver, the mom, the dad, and the cousin, who actually also came online to add some things to the story, which I don't think it actually helped a potential case at all. If you've checked out my videos, understand that you may disagree with a lot of what I have to say, but hey, I'm not an echo chamber, and as I don't agree with a lot of you all, oftentimes I'm quite all right with unaliving on this particular heel. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with me, understand that I do make a dedicated video to each and every subject that I'm going to cover. So we're going to cover this one. If you haven't seen the video after the show ends, please go out, watch it, like it, comment, repost. If it makes you laugh, if it makes you think, well, that one won't make you laugh. But if it makes you think, if it makes your day, or just does anything for you, repost. It's the best thing you can do for a creator here. My boxes are actually open now. But there are a couple of rules before we get started that I want everybody to be familiar with. Also, before I get there, I have one other story that I want to try to get to tonight. We may not. If we don't make it to it tonight, then we will definitely handle it on Sunday's show. Sunday is subscriber only, but we handle the subjects that don't make it to the big show, and then we deal with our personal stuff as well. It's just a different type environment. We do a lot of fun stuff on Sundays that we don't do on the big show. So feel free to check us out on the Sunday, and consider subscribing. It's another great way to support real creators. And I do consider myself to be one. Come on in. Let's get the tap of that screen. We got a few people in the room. Last week I looked at the reports, about 5,000 people that showed up over the 4 hours that I was on. So we're going to see if we can get there again tonight. And that's all thanks to you all tapping that screen, being engaged in the comments. That's liking, commenting, having conversations amongst yourself in the chat. All that stuff helps. Grabbing those heart memes as you're coming in, gifting if and when you want to, and being active in the chat, and active in the panel. My panel is open to friends, foes, even you trolls. Just understand that you do have to be one of my friends to be in the box. So that is rule number one, and that's one we absolutely stick to. So you do have to be my friend to join the panel. But anybody's free to join the panel, and don't feel the need to necessarily agree with me or anybody else on the panel. Again, we do try to operate with some degree of decorum and respect, but it does get a little wild in here from time to time. So I do apologize in advance for that. We will attack your thoughts, your opinions, your ideology, but what we will not do is attack you personally. That is my goal, and that is what I'm most proud of as a creator here. We just don't do that here. I have a team of moderators that are dedicated to knocking people out of the room. Again, I take a lot of crap off people, but they do not. So just keep that in mind when you're on the panel, and those are pretty much the only rules. There's no subject that is not that is off limits. But those are the basics for anybody just coming in. I'm gonna give you guys a few minutes to share me out, and then we're gonna jump right on in to the first subject of the night. Latonya, hello. I see you are
Hi.
ready for tonight. You have saw this video, and I saw your comment on the other
Yeah.
video that I just put up.
Yeah. I just went back and looked to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Yeah, I've been working on that one all evening. The video was probably about 5 minutes. I trimmed it down. I tried to get all the fluff out of it and just hit the hardest points. I think I did a decent job at
Yeah,
it.
I think I sent you like 12 videos
You
because stuff
did.
keep coming out.
Yeah. You definitely sent me down this road. Yeah, so I appreciate it. I thank you for
Well,
the
see, I'm just a good moderator and a good friend.
Yeah, absolutely. I thank you for the lead because this one never even came across my FYP. So when you sent it to me, I got to work on it, and before I know it, I was deep in it. And then when the cousin popped up, I'm like, "Yep, looks like I'm gonna have to do a second video." I know
Yep.
some people that are not happy with me tonight. Black Love United is one of them. So I want to try to give her the opportunity to come on in here because I know I'm going to be fighting for my life with some of the commentary that I had on the situation, but I absolutely will not back down on anything that I said.
Well, I would say it like this. I'm not gonna be too harsh on you because the first video you made was based on what you were given at the time.
Sure.
And everything else been coming out gradually.
Yeah. So
So yeah, you clear on my book, okay? Cause I ain't gonna lie, when I watched that first video, I was like, he's smoking.
No. I just have a different take on this thing. I really do. Even before the new information, I'm looking at it as a juror in a jury box. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
That tape does not make her look good at all. It
It
simply
really
doesn't.
don't.
It
But
just
it's
doesn't.
like it's like after months of building up. I understand because when you try to keep yourself quiet and calm, and people just keep picking at you and picking at you
Sure.
and picking at you, you explode a little bit.
I get that.
Yeah.
But even after the explosion, we get to the point where she's disrespecting a grown woman after the fight. This was a whole adult. This is somebody's mama, and this woman having to tell you, "Hey, I'm an adult." You know what I mean? So
No, it wasn't like that. Cause when I saw the mama, that was one of them girls' mama, and she was up there egging the fight on. She started telling them to go ahead and beat her.
nah, I didn't see that. Not in
Yeah.
the video. Maybe there's another video. I didn't see that part of it.
I didn't
I
see
didn't
that
see
part
that.
either. I didn't see
Hello,
that.
Philly Wonder Woman. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm getting ready to fight for my life in the comments on my the
We ain't
people
gonna do
are
you too bad.
these people are
We ain't
mad
gonna do you
at
too bad.
me. I stand on what I stand on. That's fine. Hey, I fight. I swing on everybody else.
listen,
Like this is my turn tonight.
you know I'm
All
on your
right.
side.
We're definitely gonna get started. So like I said, we have this subject. Thank you all for the hard memes. I appreciate you guys. You all helping to push us out on the FYP. That's what that does. But yeah, we're gonna start with this one, and then if we have time tonight, I really don't think we will, depending on if this room gets hot or not. You think you can hear the mama's voice in the video? Again, I watched that video numerous times. I didn't see that. What I saw was the aftermath of that lady having to tell that girl, "Hey, I'm an adult and I will come to your door. And by coming to your door, that means I will I will come for your mom. I'm not going to come for you because you're a little child." That's the way I took what she said.
And that's the way I took it too.
Okay, thank you, Philly. I might have one person in here fighting with.
Well, you know I'm on your side. I already told you. Like, listen.
I told you ain't coming for you, so stop it.
Black Love. She sent me personal messages. She was sending me like videos in the messenger. "Oh, what time you coming on? Because you got my blood boiling." I'm like, I don't know how. I'm trying to be as neutral as I can, but there is no way. These were eighth graders. Did you hear that? Both of them had mouth. Like,
Yep.
30. Y'all sound 30. My child is 17. And y'all wouldn't have had to beat her up. I would have took her teeth out of her mouth for being that comfortable, being that disrespectful, using that type of language in front of anybody. But let alone grown. There were grown people outside when you were using this type of language and a whole camera in your face, and none of that stopped you from talking the way you were talking.
Right.
No. I'm sorry. I understand where y'all coming from,
But
but
you know what? You know
go
what?
ahead, Philly.
I think people switched around what she said because unfortunately, even the little cousin said the same thing, and that wasn't what the mom said. The mom was telling her to go home, telling both
Correct.
those kids to go home.
Correct.
So she couldn't have been one of their moms. And the reason why I know she couldn't, I mean, I don't know, I don't live there, but the reason why I
Tap the
believe
screen, folks.
that she's not one of their mothers because that wasn't even their bus stop. That wasn't even their bus stop. It was only her bus stop. But them three girls, that
Sure.
wasn't even their bus stop.
Sure. And then I don't agree with everybody saying the bus driver need to be charged. I don't agree with that either. I just don't. I simply don't. Now these were second and third graders. Yeah, sure, because you have to monitor them. But these kids are eighth grade. They know what bus stop they supposed to be getting off at. I don't agree with trying to charge a bus driver because y'all children are half raised.
So Jewel Star made a comment. She said the victim clearly said, why are you following me? I don't want to fight. She never said I don't want to fight. What she said was, I'm not going to fight somebody over noise. That's
Over
what she
noise.
said.
And
The little
then
boy
when the girl came back at her and said, "You want this?" Then the girl said, blankety blank blank.
Right.
Do you want this?
Right,
So they both interacted and they both contributed to that fight. No, we're not. No,
and it was Micah. It was Micah, the little boy, who said,
It was
I
Micah.
don't fight.
Yeah, let's keep the peace.
Let's keep the peace.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
That's who said it. That's who said it.
Exactly. You said,
you know, I played that over and over and over and over again before I even made a video.
I watched the video about 20 times before I made my video. I know that is without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Right.
You don't let kids get off on the wrong stops, or you need to call for help.
Yep. Well, so allegedly.
But what if I was getting off that stop to go to my friend's house, or I was getting off that stop because my uncle or my auntie was picking me up at this stop? The bus driver wouldn't automatically know that.
Well, no, because the bus driver had to have permission from the parent, a written permission from the parent to let somebody off at their stop. You can't just let somebody off. Remember, it's a school bus.
Okay.
So you're not allowed, and I don't think that's in any city. You're not allowed to let anybody off at any stop. However, the bus driver got off the bus, and everybody got off when she got off. If you look at my video, she was sitting there for a while. So when she was sitting there for a while, they said she got off the bus, and she was calling her supervisor because they was making too much noise on the bus.
Okay, now that I can't speak to that at all. Now that I didn't see. That I flat out didn't see.
Trinity, what you saying? My bus driver? Yeah, nobody's not allowed to. You're not allowed to take.
But you're gonna charge. But y'all want the bus driver charged with what? Exactly.
So I know a lot of people were
the bus driver didn't participate in the fight,
right? But they're saying that the bus driver put the baby girl in harm's way because she allowed those kids to get off.
Baby girl beat the crap out the other girl.
Yeah.
This girl, the cousin, she won. This girl won the fight. Matter of fact, and now if we want to boil this thing down, which is what's really gonna make a lot of y'all mad, if you watch this fight, what we consider the injury happened because she was slinging this girl around like a rag doll.
She slung her around like a rag doll.
She pulled this girl hair out of her head. She slung her like a rag doll, and it was in the midst of her slinging her that she lost her balance and hit her head. Whose fault is that?
Right. Yep.
Whose fault is that?
Here's the problem. Here's the problem you're gonna have. The problem you're gonna have is the victim was going straight home. that's going to be the problem.
The
But
victim
why
wasn't
you
going straight home.
why
No,
you keep
no matter
calling her a
what the
victim?
The victim
victim,
didn't go straight home. I would love. That's what I wanted to see. What I wanted to see was the victim walking, and then somebody coming, approaching her, and putting their hands on her. Then she defend herself. That is not what
Right.
happened.
That's
right?
what I was waiting to
That's
Here's the
see.
not what
Yeah.
problem.
happened.
Here's the problem. The victim got off on her own stop.
That's cute.
Okay?
Okay.
The other people did not. It is obvious that they were after the victim. And you can't get around that because the victim was not saying, come on, let's do it out here. Meet me here. No, the victim was literally walking
The victim
away.
said, "If she come up to me, I'm gonna beat the F out of her." That's the first
Yeah,
thing you see when the video started.
So
If she
wait a
come
minute.
down me, I'm gonna
How?
beat
Wait a
the
minute.
F out of her. That's what
How
right.
is she
the
the?
You
victim
come
said.
up on me. Right. Why are
Well,
you following me?
the
Why are
problem
you
you're
up
going
on
to
me?
have is that she looked like the aggressor. Matter of fact, it took me
It's
2 times to
not.
realize she wasn't the aggressor.
Everybody was saying that too. Everybody was
That's the
like,
problem you're gonna have with that, Julie. Go ahead, and
Nope, nope,
and
nope.
please understand, I'm
Nope.
just being passionate. I'm not yelling or screaming at you. I hope you
No,
don't
I
take it
know
that way.
that. I know that.
I'm just passionate when I speak. I
Of
apologize.
course.
Go ahead, Fred. That's the problem. That's the problem. A lot of y'all gonna have. This girl looked like the aggressor. She just absolutely did, and her beating the crap out the girl the whole time. It's not gonna help. It's not gonna help none
That
of this.
don't mean nothing.
Yes, it does. Yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
She was twice the size of the girl that she beat up.
don't mean nothing.
all right,
She
can I
ain't
can I
want
ask y'all a
no
question?
trouble. She got
Go
off at
ahead,
her
Fred.
stop.
And
I want to.
then cousin gets on the internet and says, "Well, she told us about it, but she never even told her mama." So now cousin is contradicting other stories that are already out there.
Right,
They said we gone to the school. Who went to the school if this girl mama didn't even know?
right.
I
All right.
want cousin to
So
get off the internet because she's destroying the case.
my question is, now I know y'all calling her the victim. I get it. All right. So I do get
I am.
that.
I'm the only one doing that because she's
No, it's
unalive. So
people
go
in there.
ahead.
It's
Well,
other
just
people in the
use her
audience.
name. Just use her name, Jada.
Well, okay, Jada. Reason why I'm saying is because people in the comments are saying she was the victim. All right. So Jada, I understand y'all saying Jada was the victim. All right. Did y'all watch the whole entire video from the beginning to the end?
I
Because
don't think I did. I'm not
all
sure.
right. Because if you did, you would have heard her girlfriend, Jada girlfriend, hyping everything up, period. Because Jada was walking home and her girlfriend ran up and said, "Did you hear what she just said about you?"
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when Jada turned around, was like saying whatever she said. And then the girl was like, I know you ain't talking to me because I got hands. And she said, "Well, you're the only one talking."
Oh yeah, you the only one that's effing talking. So
Yeah.
I'm talking to you as she is approaching this girl. This is not a
Yeah.
victim. This is not a person that's trying to get away. This is not a
Right.
person that's trying to get home. She
From what
wanted.
y'all telling me, it still sounds like a victim. But go ahead. Because the victim doesn't have to. Y'all do know the victim doesn't have to retreat. In other words, a person doesn't have to retreat. You do
I
realize that.
like that. I like
They
that.
can
But
stand
this
there
is just
and fight
this
back.
is just the way I raised my daughter. She's 17. You do not swing first, and you
Right.
don't start it, but you finish
Right.
it. Now, and that is not what I saw in that video.
Right.
But
That's
this
not
is
what
a
I saw.
case of. Ain't this a case of FAFO? Yeah.
But what,
Is that
who
possible?
actually found out? Because she's dead now.
Right, but I'm talking about
Who
when
found
y'all
out?
said she.
That is when
No,
people say
when
stuff like
they
that,
when
you realize y'all do realize she won the fight, but she lost her life. Was it worth it? That's the question I
right,
asked.
but
I don't think so.
no,
I'm
because
pretty sure
she
her
is a
mama would have
victim.
wanted her to just walk on home instead of trying to take her stance, and now she's dead.
Right,
You got a cell
yeah,
phone. Why didn't you call your
but
mama?
So
If
And
you
her
knew you
mom
were
was
being
home.
bullied, why didn't your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your cousin, somebody? Why wasn't there somebody there to make sure that you got home safely? Because there's no way my child is being actively bullied and I'm not doing anything to ensure her safety. Matter of fact, my child probably wouldn't have been on the bus anymore after the first or the second time that I reported it, if it was reported, because according to the cousin,
well,
she
that's what's
never
going
even
to have
told
to
her
come
mama.
out. That's
Well, cause
definitely. She was new to the school. We're gonna have to meet again on this case because guess what? I think they're going to be tried or charged for some what's that called? Like not third degree. What is it called? Reckless unaliving or something to that extent. But I think
who's
there's
gonna be
charges
charged?
coming. Huh?
Who's gonna be
Who gonna
charged?
charge
The
with? She's gonna be
the
charged with
girls
losing a fight because that's what happened. The
that
girl lost the
caused the
fight.
injury.
She did not
The
cause
But
her
girls
injury.
it
She,
was
I
the
but
saw
she
a
didn't
video
necessarily
stand.
earlier.
She
cause
fell
it.
and
I
got
think
the
they
Yeah,
are.
injury.
yeah.
She
You
I
fell.
saw
gotta
a
She
see
got
video
the.
the
You gotta
injury.
see
earlier.
the
This
video.
wasn't this girl beating her head into the pavement. Now I can see that. That's not what
Marquis, sit
happened. This
down.
girl fell.
Tell your
This girl,
patient to sit back in that
y'all
chair.
want her to go to jail because this girl fell while she was beating the crap out of another child?
No, I saw a video earlier where they said that 5 of the students that were there got expelled.
No, they got suspended. They got suspended.
Mm.
They got suspended for 7 days because they got off the wrong bus stop.
Okay.
On
Like I say,
purpose
if there's
because that's
nobody,
going to be the
They got
this
problem.
off on the
12-year-old
wrong
is
That's the
bus
not
stop.
going
problem.
to jail for somebody falling and dying. Because that's
Damn.
if you want to play, if we want to boil it down, that's what the video is revealing. This girl slung this girl and lost her balance and hit her head. Very
Right.
But
unfortunate,
you're
but that's
weighing
what
on
happened.
that when that doesn't have to do with it. What's going to come
What you
out
mean? That
is
absolutely has to do with it.
no,
You
it
want somebody to
doesn't
go to jail for
because
unaliving your child? That's not what
here's
happened.
here's what I'm saying. They got off that bus to harass that girl. And regardless of what happened, it resulted in her falling and losing her life because of their intent to cause harm. And that's what the real thing is going to end up being. And I am strongly behind them getting charges on them because they had no right. And they have that girl saying, "What are you getting off? You want to follow me." That's going to be a problem for them. And they need to be held
Well,
accountable.
now we know why they got off. So when they go to court and the bus driver says she got off and everybody got off because the bus driver got off, then what?
But here's the problem.
Hey D, welcome to the conversation. We ready for you.
If you have
I just came up. I just got on. I just came up here to say you. I don't know who's talking about that they wanted. I don't know where it came from, but she wanted to fight, so I don't understand how it
She
would be the other
absolutely wanted to
person's fault.
fight. She absolutely
I don't
wanted to fight. She
understand how I
said,
wanted
I
to.
want, she said, do you want this? And she said, no, do you want this? That is
Yeah.
not somebody that's not ready to fight. I'm sorry, it just wasn't.
Exactly.
No,
She wanted
it
to
started
fight,
off
so
one way and it went somewhere else. I'm sorry, Nikki. Go ahead. I'll get to
yeah,
it.
she wanted to fight, so I don't understand how it would be their fault. She asked for she fought, like he said, she won and she ended up losing her life. So I don't understand how it would be the other person's fault when she asked for it.
Mm-hmm.
And
She
the
didn't
girls
say
was
get
all
off
the way
this.
across the
She
street.
didn't
They
say
never
let's take
even.
care of this. Let's all get off. She said, "What are you getting off for?"
She said, "Why is
She
everybody getting off at
said,
this stop?" Yeah, why is
she
everybody
said,
That,
B,
getting
that's
off
you
the
the
want to
stop?
fight?
beginning.
Let's fight.
But when the girl came
When they were
up and
off,
said, do
she
you
asked them,
want
"Why
some of
are you getting
this?
off the bus?"
She said,
She
"Why is
did.
everybody?" She said, "Why is everybody getting off this stop?"
She did say
And
that, but she still
Exactly.
wanted to fight.
hold up,
I'm
her
not
best
sure if you
friend.
saw the same video we saw, but
Hold
she
up,
asked to fight.
yeah, but wait a minute. Her best friend said her best
And
friend is
her
the person
friend
who was
said,
saying,
let's keep the peace. And she was screaming, no, Jada, as the girl was dropping her book bag and putting her Stanley Cup on the ground and marching towards
Right.
that
I don't
window.
see what's
Yeah,
wrong with
it
that.
was a young man. They was out
"No,
there
that's
telling him
Micah,
to go home when
Micah,
he
something
told
with an
Micah,
M.
Micah,
Yeah,
Micah."
Michael, that's his name.
So
it
look,
was
y'all.
Michael. He was telling him to go home and
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
they keep the peace and they told him to go home. They should have
Yep.
listened to Michael.
All right, you got to be one of my
But
Yay.
look,
friends to join the
I
did
don't
panel.
see a
you
Hit that
problem with
button. You're more
it.
than welcome to come up.
hold it, y'all? Since most of y'all saw the video, all right, and I know you saw my video. Did you see when a boy came across the street and whispered to Jada, "Don't fight them"? You gotta watch the video again. There's a boy. He was standing over there with the three girls. The three girls
But
that
I'm
the one.
saying that doesn't matter
No,
because
what?
they followed her.
There's nobody following nobody. Why everybody keeps saying that? They was across the street. They wasn't following that girl
They got off
Hey,
the
Vanessa.
bus with
because
the
the bus
intent of
driver got
going
off.
after her. And
No,
that's where
y'all
the
keep.
problem
Wait a minute,
is.
hold on. First of all,
Excuse me,
no.
ma'am. They did not get off the bus after her. Like she said, they were all across the street.
Yep.
She did say why everybody getting off the bus, and then she proceeded to call that girl everything but a child of God, and they fought. She
Yeah,
should have
should have
just went
been
home
that.
like Michael said.
She should have went home.
Should have went
Like she was
home.
going home. But then her girlfriend hyped it up, y'all. Like y'all watched the whole video. Her girl when she was walking, she said, well, she said when they was walking, they said, well, why is everybody getting off the bus? Well, they didn't know that the bus driver was letting everybody off the bus, number one. So they didn't know that. All right. So then they walking and then she said, well, didn't somebody say what they wanted to fight me? She said that. Jada said, then somebody say they wanted to fight me. And then that's when her girlfriend said, yeah, I think it's the girl over there in the yellow.
And so what the girl in yellow do?
So I didn't even see the girl in yellow because the girl that she was fighting was a little girl, and I don't know what color she had on.
But I
Black.
mean, when the
I
question
think
was
they're
asked, did
black.
they say, "Yeah, we want to fight you"? Like
She
that
no,
part
she,
is
no. The
important.
little girl said, well, I know she not talking about me because I got
Why am I
hands.
doing what? It's just Mo. Why am I doing what?
Huh?
I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments. Why
I
am I
know
doing
you
what? Why am I covering a story? I do this all the time. What are you talking about? Any layered topic that affects the community, I'm going to cover, especially something of this
This is an
magnitude.
excellent topic.
I'm
I'm
sure
Excellent.
sorry
was
that the
that
young
you?
lady lost her life, but I don't think nobody deserves to go to jail because of her
I agree.
actions.
I'm with you
Now,
on that,
mind
Mr.
y'all,
J.
if y'all did y'all listen to the news when a mom was talking on the news when when she was interviewed, she said because I thought in the beginning before I even watched the video, I thought
It
that
was a mutual fight.
I thought
Thank
that
you,
those
Cassie.
girls
That's
was
the way I
bullying her.
saw it.
I thought that
They may have been bullying her in the past, but
no,
on
no, they
that
wasn't.
particular day, that
But
was two little girls that was too grown, talking like they were 30, that got to
yeah,
fighting like two grown women. That's what
but
I
on the
saw.
news, the mom said it was a boy that was bullying her in school.
See, I didn't see that either. I didn't
You
see
want
it.
to watch the news?
Again, according to the cousin, the mama didn't even know she was being bullied. Now
Yeah, that's
that
why
just
I was confused
I got a whole video with her in it saying it.
when the
Mama
cousin
didn't
said
even
that, I'm
know.
like, what? Like, what is going on? Like, wait a minute, what?
Thank you, Stitch. I agree with you. Yeah, it was a fight that went bad. And
Yeah.
again, we cannot. This other little girl should not be in jail because this girl slung her around and hit her own head. She hit her own head when she slung it when she was in the midst of
Man,
pulling the
she
girl
swung
hair
the
out
mess out
and
that
slinging her
little
around.
girl. Who
All
said
right,
she
quick,
had
quick, quick.
hands?
I gotta catch up because I only saw it at the very beginning, so it sounded like y'all saw a lot more. So I'm gonna just go on mute and try to catch up with
Okay.
y'all. Seriously,
I
because
hope you get it
apparently,
all. I hope we change your mind in here.
Yeah, so
yeah,
what is
I
on
want to
our is
see
Miss
because I
Jewel?
just saw the first. You know, when the first report came out, it was
Right.
like boom, this one. So
Miss Jewel
yeah,
Star
so
is on my
I'm a
page. The whole breakdown of the whole thing is on my page.
All right, Vern, we're ready for you, brother. Like I said, I know this is going to be a very layered topic. Again, anybody is welcome to join the panel and add your 2 cents, your 10 cents. You don't have to agree with me or even the panel. Just know that, hey, you're going to have to defend whatever you say once you get up here.
He did
No
say that,
cursing
Dog.
allowed in the chat, no cursing allowed on the panel, and you do have to be one of my friends. Those are the only rules. None of that costs you a thing. Thank you all. We got 70 people in the room. Let's keep on tapping that screen. We want to move on up to that 10K mark so they can throw us out on the FYP so we can get more people in and get more thoughts and reactions to this story. We have one other story, but I think this one's going to take quite some time because we're just beginning to pull back the layers. We're ready for you, Vern. What you got?
Yeah, I'm on the fence. I mean, and I hate being on the fence on something,
Okay.
but the thing is that I didn't get to watch the actual film. I got to watch bits and pieces of it through a bunch of different outlets.
Could have went
So,
on to the book of
well, I
faces.
tried
It
to
would have
find I
said
tried to
right.
find the
It's
actual
definitely on
video,
there.
but I could never find it.
I
So
found it in 2 seconds on the book of faces. Quick.
on the
It
book
was
on the book
everywhere.
of faces. Well, what's the book of faces? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, you do. He just can't
Flip it
say it the other
around.
way.
Flip it around. I can't say the real word.
Okay. I'm with you.
Work with me now, Vern.
Well,
It
maybe
is
I need
two
to go look at the
minutes
book
and
of faces.
45 seconds. That is the video I saw, Casey. Absolutely.
I need to go to the book of faces then.
You gotta go to
But
the book of faces. 2 minutes,
but let
45
me
seconds.
go. Like, matter of fact, let me go look at the book of faces real quick.
Black
I'll be right
love,
back,
come
and then
on
I'll
up. I
comment
know you
later.
better. Yeah, go ahead, Vern.
Uh,
You're about you
I'll
just
be
put me
back.
on mute.
They've been trying to take it down. They've been trying to take the video down, but
The
the reason why.
host is lame. Are you really using a word like that? Listen, it's just Mo. You do know that you don't have to be here, right? Nobody's making you be here. There are a ton of other creators you could go spend your time with. There are a ton of other conversations that you can have, but you don't have to be here.
And there are very few of us trigger finger happy moderators that will
Correct.
block you right quick.
They love to get people like you out of here. You know what I'm saying? Come on up. We got some people again. If I drop you at any time, it's only to give other people time and space to come in and say what they want to say. Mo, you don't have to
Hey,
hurl
Black.
insults. If you want some attention, you come
Hey,
right on up here and get in the box. I ain't never scared.
Mo
All
better go
right,
find.
Come on,
Mo
Trinity.
give
better
me
go
the
Hold
find a
on,
mic.
Black
mammy.
Love, because I know me and you about to fight.
Come on
Trinity,
up here. It's
welcome,
just Mo. Come on up here. Talk to
welcome to the
Blackie.
conversation, Miss Trinity. We are definitely ready for you.
Thank you. I just want to
Uh,
say,
Go
I
ahead.
don't feel like we need to ruin another kid's life. I get it if they all would have did it to
Come
her,
on.
then yes, maybe. But it was a fair fight,
Correct. 1-on-1. And she was twice
101,
the size of that little girl.
and she
Come on.
won.
And
Um,
she won the fight.
So
Come on, Trinity, let me be quiet.
yeah, I just don't feel like we should ruin another child's life. Now, as far as the bus driver, I don't think he should go to jail or anything like that, but I do think he needs some training because I had bus drivers, we could not get off on difference. He did not play that mess.
Okay.
And he even went past my house every day and I begged him to let me off in front of my house. He was like, no, I will get in trouble. You have to get off on your stop. He was not with that. So I do think there's some regulations regarding that,
Okay.
that they
Okay.
may look at.
Okay.
That's all I want to say.
Oh, Trinity, I love that. Look, please stay in the comments because I'm going to be fighting for my life the rest of this show. It look like you and I are in agreement on this thing.
Okay.
I may have to call you back up to get these people up off me.
Okay.
Thank you for adding that to the, I agree with everything that woman said. Absolutely.
Yep.
Those are my thoughts and opinion. I like what somebody just said in the comments. People want to tiptoe around the conversation because somebody lost their life. And I think that's what this is. I really do. I have to be fair. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry. I'm not going to go there just because, the outcome was unexpected or something that, beyond what we normally see. All right. Hold on. Let's deal with Mo first.
Not let's deal
This
with
may
Mo.
be a short conversation. Mo,
Damn, why did it take so long for you to accept me?
well, first and
Because you were
foremost,
talking so much crap in the comments, or like you read my comments and you were like, damn, why is she talking so much crap?
first and
Becky,
But
foremost,
why
there's
did
no
you not
cursing
accept
rule.
me though?
First and
Becky.
foremost, there's a no cursing rule in this box.
You said
Number
what?
two, number two, we don't do personal insults. Again, you could attack thoughts and opinions, but
How did I insult you?
you said I was lame. What does that have to do with the prompt behind me? You don't know me from a can of paint, Mo. Again, if you don't
You also insulted me, and
like what's
also
being said, if you do
your
not
fans
enjoy the host,
insulted me.
then go
So
find yourself another room.
Hold on.
I
This is
don't care
page.
if you insulted me or
What?
I gave the
I don't
rules at
care
the
if you
beginning of the
insulted
show.
me.
That's the way we operate over here. We have a bit of decorum and class.
Wait,
That may be
what's the way
something
you
that you may not
operate?
be used to, but that's the way we
Wait,
handle
what's the
things
way you
over here.
operate?
She can't
With
What's the way
understand.
you
decorum and
It's
operate? I
class.
the
said.
no.
You
The
need me
words
to
are too
explain
big
that
for
to
her.
you?
Marquise, the words too big for her. She
I
don't get
mean,
it.
y'all are talking at the same time, so
You slow it on him.
Okay, would you like to respond to the prompt, or do you want to spend your time here
no.
wasting
I want
our
to know why
conversation?
you ignored me, but you
I
insulted me when I was trying to come up.
when did I insult you, Mo?
Marquise, please.
Figure it out, bro.
Oh
I'm
shit.
not your bro. You look a little too light for me and you to be brothers and sisters.
Oh, so you're racist.
I'm not. First and foremost, black people can't be racist. You're not
Oh,
very
Why
bright, Mo.
not? Why can't they be
Mo,
racist?
first and foremost, what you're doing is taking away from the bigger conversation. So what I'm going to do now is release you so you can go find you somewhere else to play,
There you go. All
preferably in
right,
traffic.
cool.
All right. God bless you.
Oh God.
trolling.
I just
Just
want to let
troll.
y'all
You have
know I'm
nothing else to
searching.
do.
I'm letting y'all know
Be
I'm
coming.
searching
I'm so
TikTok.
sorry.
Nah, you good.
Now that we were so rude, now that we're done with the rude interruptions, what would you like to add to this conversation?
So I watched every video. It was 3 parts.
Come on with it.
And Jada, RIP to young lady, caused her own demise.
Come
Because
on.
at the end of the day, when she turned around and pointed at that young lady and told that young lady, I'm talking to you,
I
and that
want
young
you.
lady told her, this ain't what you want.
Correct.
Everybody in the black community knows, say, when somebody tell you this ain't what you want,
Come on.
leave it alone.
Leave it
But get what
alone.
she did? She set that Stanley Cup down
Come
and
on.
walked
And
right
that
back
book
towards that
bag.
girl in that book
Correct.
bag,
Flip her
and she tried
over.
to swing that girl like a ring around the roses. And she fell on top of her and she rolled over And that
Correct.
when that head
And
hit the
that's when she hit
concrete.
her head. When
Yep,
you were
that's when she
slinging
Now
that
hit.
little girl around, you hit your
when
own
they,
head.
when they picked her up, you could look at her face and tell something was wrong then.
Yep.
Come on, B.
And then in the third video, she's going off on a grown person. Now I don't know about
Correct.
nobody else, but I'm from Alabama, and
Correct.
I know respect my elders. So when my elder told
Correct.
me to take my butt home,
Yep.
I'm going
Correct.
home.
Exactly.
Now everybody keep on talking about the school bus was gone. The school bus still in the video in the background.
Come on
Now
now.
I done got off on plenty of stops that I know I ain't supposed to got off on.
Come on now.
Now, if I know from a community that I stayed in, we all got off at the bus stop and we all went our separate ways, or I went to my homegirl house, homeboy house, and they did the same thing.
Correct.
So all these excuses everybody keep on making for Jada is crazy. And as a bus driver, as I am, I deal with kids every day. And them kids going everywhere but home.
Come on.
And at the end of the day, that child is a reflection of her mother. And her cousin came out and said it herself that my
Yep.
cousin died from a concussion that stopped her
That-
heart.
Correct.
The fight did not cause her to pass.
Come on.
Because they was fighting the air. Let's be honest. The two girls was fighting the air. They did no lick land. But because they want to clear but because they want to put something on the school and the bus driver, it's like you're moving the goalposts. Just keep on moving it.
Uh-huh.
At the end of the day, everybody is coming on this TikTok to talk about this and making it worse for the family. Not
Agreed.
y'all, but the family. The cousin
The cousin.
never came out and made no statement.
Yeah,
The
she should have
cousin
not
said
said
mama
nothing.
didn't know that she was even getting bullied.
The
She
cousin,
never
that's what
told
she
her
said.
mama.
She told
out
her
mouth,
cousin.
the mama, she was the one that said that she fell, which of course we'd already
Yes.
seen. She was the one that said she fell and hit her head, and that's what helped her up. That's a quote. And there was one other thing she said that was damaging to this case.
She said that they never told. She said they never told the mama. She told her cousin
Yep.
instead.
Correct.
And
Yep.
she said that because kids don't tell their parents why they kids. That right there
Yep.
cleared the school and the
Yeah.
driver.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
how can I put something in place if a child is being bullied? At
Ain't
school?
nobody talking about
Can't
it.
nobody talk about it. Ain't nobody talking about it. So that would really set me back. How this kid getting bullied, but she's on the same school bus with your child. No arrangement been made for this child, and this child is still being approached by the same kid for 3 months. That
No,
don't
that's
make
the
no
problem.
sense.
It's not the kid. So on the news,
It
when
was
a
a
news
kid.
guy,
Yeah.
when he interviewed her, when he was talking to her, and you know she was crying and everything, she said that Jada had been bullied for months by some boy in school. That's what it says on the news. She never mentioned them little girls.
Yes, I'm agreeing with you.
I got to
Yeah.
see
So
this.
what I'm saying is the cousin statement did not help Jada's case. If they
No,
want to
it
bring up a
didn't.
case, it didn't help her. Because you may see like the little girl was bullying your cousin and said that she was doing it for 3 months. And then you turn around and said the school had never been notified. So they keep on saying they want the school to be held accountable for this child passing, and
Right.
no prosecutor gonna pick this up.
And Miss Becoming, remember when Jada said, I don't even know you. I don't even know your
That's
name.
what Trinity
And
said.
she said it when she turned around and pointed at her. I
Yeah.
don't even know you. She was
Right.
already working in the opposite direction when she said that. Then she
Yep.
turned
Until
around
her
and-
best friend, I'm gonna call her
I
her best
did.
friend. Until her best friend said, Jada, did you hear what they just said about you? That's
Yep.
when she turned back around and that's when everything happened. That's when she put down her Stanley Cup to go fight the girl.
showed and
So-
try to swing it like ring around the rose. I said, I know
Man.
that girl.
Yeah, she drugged that girl.
Because
Drugged
if
her.
she
Pulled
would
her hair out,
have, if she
everything.
wouldn't have passed away right now, nobody wouldn't even be talking
This
about
would
it.
not be a conversation.
No,
It'd have
it
been
wouldn't.
another ghetto fight, and that would have been in the world star. If that- if
Yeah, it would have
that
been on
fight
World Star
season.
because she beat the mess out of that girl who said she had hands.
Yep.
So you really
Insane.
didn't have hands. I'm just saying. You
I
really
like
got
that.
you
All
really got
right,
hurt.
Black Love. I already know Black Love came in here to swing on me, so I'm ready for you. I got
No,
the
no.
I
Listen.
ate good.
So I obviously didn't get all of the fight. So I'm gonna have to go over there to that about that book and see what about the book. What you talking about?
Yeah.
But part of what y'all saying in when your child goes to school, they are in the custody of the school
Their
until they
custody
get back to
control.
your house.
Sure.
The bus is still an extension of that. That's why people are saying that they are to be held responsible. Now, the cousin, if we're talking about in a case of a court public opinion, then she ain't help the case. But in a real court, that girl can't testify because it's hearsay from her too. She can't testify. She can't. That's just somebody in your family that come tell the story about what happened to Marquise or what Marquise did. That's your cousin, but they weren't there. So she don't have any weight. She running her mouth. She telling what she doing like y'all doing, getting it from other people and putting it all together and turning it all
Oh,
about
she
and playing
said I
hocus
need to tell
pocus.
her this.
I agree
See,
with you. But as a bus
so
driver, I'm telling you that the bus driver's sole job is to get you from the school and back to the house.
I
So,
understand, but
so let me
bus
give you an
drivers have
example.
they have.
Get
Let me finish what I was saying. Bus
Tap the
drivers
screen, folks,
do
before I have to take a commercial break.
That's what I'm
bus
doing. I'm
drivers do get in trouble for some of the behaviors that happen on the bus because there's things they supposed to do and not do. They are supposed to not let children get off at service. I worked at a school. I was secretary bookkeeper for 6 years, so that part I know. I know bus drivers that got written up with, and I'm just talking about. Well, I'm in Florida, so I don't know where everybody else is, but
and
I
I'm in
know some.
Texas.
I'm saying so. I know some that have gotten written up for that because if they get the bus out, you're not supposed to let them go. My son, even when he was his last year in school, they wouldn't let him get off on a certain stop where his friend get off with him that was coming over to our house. We had to get special permission for that to take place because they're not supposed to let them off. However, but my whole thing wasn't even about the bus driver. I wasn't even on the bus driver. That wasn't even my issue. So supposedly, according to the mother, what I saw, it didn't say the boy, it said these girls had been bullying her. And this is the thing. I don't know if people just clipping it the way they want to, clipping clips the way they want to do it, because I saw the mother talking and she said they had just moved in this particular, neighborhood and that these girls had been bothering her. So the part I saw, it could have been somebody that was fed up with somebody bothering them and they got my bus stop and now I'm ready to nuck if you buck and doing whatever. I gotta go watch the whole video because y'all telling me some more elements of this part that I ain't see. But even in just like if we do if we go take something like we do it with a pew pew
Tap the
in a
screen,
store
folks.
and somebody get unalived, even if you was in the car, if you were with me, you're charged for it. And so and just like people have fights in bars and whatever. If the person fall back, if y'all fighting and they fall back and hit their head in the bar, you get charged with that. That's real life right now as adults. So it's the same thing. If you get in a fight, I used to tell my son time, I say, if they fall and hit their head or they fall over and hit something while you're doing that, even if you didn't push them on that, you're still responsible legally. That's what the issue is. Legally.
But she was walking home.
But she
when
was the
fell out.
aggressor.
She was the aggressor. She went from
in
being
this
the victim.
video.
She went from being the victim to the
But
aggressor
listen,
simply
they
by
would say
turning around.
they would say them girls got off on her bus
It
stop
was
though.
no. But
Them
I'ma
girls,
say again.
those girls got off on her bus stop. So that could be
We don't
them
know if
saying
that's
that.
true or not. You don't know that.
Okay, well, I'm just
We're going
saying.
about what the mama's saying
I'm
because
saying. So
the young
that's all I can go off because I wasn't there.
because the young
So
girl was walking home. The little girl in the black dress.
all I'm saying is I was not there, but what I saw and what I've heard from the different interviews is said that they got off on the wrong bus stop. That's why everybody was talking about charge the bus driver because they were saying the bus driver let them off on the bus that they weren't supposed to. So if that was the case, hypothetically, then they could say the girls can say she felt threatened. And that's how that's said. Because I can defend myself if I feel threatened.
But
Okay.
I
Okay,
think
so
you
I
should go
agree with
back and
you.
watch the
Excuse
You
video
can
me.
because
defend
that
yourself
the
all
one she
day.
attacked wasn't even paying her any attention.
Yes, I was
None.
going to say
She wasn't even paying her no
the one that she
attention.
had to fight with wasn't even paying no attention. She
I just
called her
ain't see the
out.
whole. The one I saw was
Can
clips,
I
so I
jump
ain't
Oh,
in?
see
you
that.
gotta go back. Yeah, please,
She
please.
called her out. She wasn't
You
even
sure
paying her no
did.
attention.
She wasn't paying
Not
her
at
no
all.
attention.
Not at all.
Can I just
Jada
jump
said,
in?
I heard somebody said they wanted to fight me to her friend. And her friend said, yeah, I think it's the girl over there in the yellow. That's how the girl got involved because she pointed her out over there across the street.
I just want to jump in.
Okay,
I
so
have been searching. I can find nothing to support anything of what you all said.
I
If
You
you
told
wanna
you
know
that's
want to
on my
why?
knock me,
page.
Because
hold
Prophet
on,
turned
hold
it
on.
down. Prophet turned it
Hold
down.
on.
He took it down. I'm tell you why. Her granddaddy took it down.
It's
That's why
on
they
my
took it
No,
down
no,
page.
no.
because
Hold
Oh,
on, honey.
I
I
have
want
it
to add
recorded
to
too.
prophecy.
I
it,
saved on my
please.
phone.
Excuse me. If someone can just point me to a TikTok page so I can
It's
see
not. It would.
what you
I,
all are
You have to
saying
leave
because
TikTok
I
for that
don't
video.
see it.
You
Yeah,
gotta go
you're
to
not
no,
the
gonna
it's
book.
on
find the
my
full fight.
page. It's
You're
still
gonna
on my
have to
Huh?
go to
page.
one of the other places to
Yeah.
watch the
Oh,
full
the Book
fight.
of Faces?
You can go
Yes,
in there
I'm
or
not
you
going
can
to find it
go,
on TikTok?
you can
yes.
find it on my page if you
Everybody's
want.
saying it's on X. I don't use X, but I
You said I
use
could find it on your
the
page. Let
Book
me
of
look on
Faces,
Oh,
TikTok.
Philly Wonder Woman. Yes, you can find it
but
on
it's
my page.
definitely on the Book of Faces.
Philly. Hey Philly, I'm in Philly. Okay, let me add you and then go on your page. I'm on my other device because I do not see anything like that. And I'm also going to back up what Black just said, because if you're just hypothetically, y'all, let's say you robbing somebody. You robbing somebody and the person falls, hits their head, and unalive. Guess what you get charged with?
We understand what you're saying when you're
Okay.
saying that.
Well, I'm just making an analogy.
No,
We get that, but
yeah.
if you are, she was in effect the aggressor in this situation. I don't
No,
care
I'm
how
just
y'all
saying
want to chop
because
it
she
up.
won.
She was the over. She provoked. She came up. She approached. She dropped that bag and she took her
Yeah.
stance.
And
That is
I
not.
right on, right on. Because let me tell you, if you follow me,
What's not
That
okay,
the
following?
and
girl,
I
that
turn
girl
around
was
and say you
not
Not
want
being
following
all
followed.
of
her.
this,
It may
Why
have been
y'all?
other
How you?
ones that got off on her.
How y'all keep on getting the girl been followed? The
it's
girl
like
wasn't been
stand
The
followed.
one
up.
that attacked
I'm
her,
gonna go
the one
look.
she
Okay.
attacked
We're not following her.
was
I
not
think I
studying.
think the follow is the news wherever it came from, y'all. So don't go y'all going
On the
ham about this.
video.
Right, because I'm trying to
Wherever
find what they're
the video,
saying.
and there was some news clippings. Now the news do get it wrong because they
Stop the
they give the
screen,
information.
folks.
They give information that they get at the time. But if the news information that was given out that they got off on the wrong bus and they had an argument on the bus and they got off on the wrong bus on her bus stop, then that would be considered them being the aggressor, even if
Right.
they didn't
Oh,
hit.
okay. Let's go over that
Please go
what you
watch
saying
the
that
darn
they got off on
video.
the wrong stop. If I got off on the wrong stop and I say, okay, the man, I ain't even dealing with this. I'm just gonna walk on my business, and then you turn around and say, the man in the purple jacket, yeah, you. And I turn around and say, me, yeah, you. And then you put your stuff down and say you finna run up on me. Guess what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump into my defense stand to defend myself. And that's what
I
Jada
don't think
did.
so. Okay.
Jada told the girl, yo, you. I'm talking to you. That girl said, you ain't talking to me. She said, yeah,
Well,
I'm
Right.
you
talking to
got your
you.
regular butt up on my stop. Now I don't know
I
all
don't
what
care
happened.
what stop you get off on. It's a free world that
No,
I
it
can get off
ain't.
on.
No, it
Yes,
Uh-uh.
it
ain't.
is.
No, it
Uh-uh.
I can get
ain't.
off at
The
any stop I
Nope.
school
want
has
to.
no. The
And
school
Nope.
has a bus stop for you based upon where you live. You get your
that
butt.
stop
If
ain't
you
got
was
nothing to
buzzing,
do with that girl run
yes,
up
it
on that
do.
girl.
Well, I don't know about
Yep.
that part. I told you I
That
ain't see
stop
that
ain't got
part.
nothing to do
Yep.
with
I
that
I ain't
girl
see
run
that
up
disagree.
on that
part.
girl.
I
I
ain't see that
disagree.
Lacey,
part.
you need
If
to
I
pull out your
feel
laptop. We
Look,
need you to watch
you
the
see me
full
just get up.
if
video.
Hey,
there
you see
is
me just get
I
up because I
promise
evidence,
don't
you,
want
we're
to.
gonna change some minds
I
tonight.
promise you.
wait a minute. If
Well,
there
you
is
still not gonna change my
evidence
mind about the
they
part
got
where
off on her stop
if
for
that girl
trouble.
got hey if that girl got unalive and using a pistol cup with it, you got on her bus stop. If you got on her bus stop, that's your behind.
If that's the case, you got
No,
to charge
that's
all the
right.
kids out there, cause all of them ran up on the
So
fight
That's
when the
right.
so when
And
Well,
y'all
and
suppose
hear when
you're
y'all
but
hear
hold
that
on.
supposedly there
Listen to
was
what we're
other
saying.
stuff that was said during the
Tap the
time.
screen,
when
folks.
y'all hear the
Supposedly,
bus driver say that she got
There's
off
more.
because they was or everybody was too loud on the bus and she called her supervisor. When she got off the bus, everybody got off the bus stop. And that was the problem. When she got off, everybody got off. She got off.
because supposedly it was supposed to be a fight.
I
No,
think
she didn't know nothing about no fight because she would have stayed there the whole. If she knew about a fight, then she would have been wrong. If she would have left them
I
girls
agree with
off
you.
and kept going, I don't think she knew anything about the fight
Oh, I
because
ain't
it's a
talking about
little
the bus
boy.
stop. I was talking about the students are because she said
Oh,
that because
okay. It's a little boy
supposedly
who
on the
filmed.
suppose they had a bus, they had a fight. They were not a fist
I
fight,
agree
but
with
had
you,
a argument
Capricorn.
on the thing.
It was a little boy who filmed stuff that's on the bus. And in his film, in his video, all you hear is them all just talking loud, just going. He like, oh my god, I wish they'd be
Tap
quiet.
the screen,
You
folks. I'm
never
flipping
heard
on up
nothing
to that
else.
10K
Now
mark.
they may have a video with a girl saying she wanted to fight Jada, right?
Hey,
Let's say they
Vanessa.
had a video that say that,
Thank you for
right?
tapping the screen.
But Jada and that girl didn't even know each other
Nope.
at all. They didn't even
Nope.
know each other.
Nope.
That's even crazier. They didn't even know each other, and they go to the same school. That school must be huge.
Exactly.
But
And they
Jada,
on the same bus and they don't know each other
They don't even know each other.
after 3 months.
listen, well, that ain't what. Look, I'm finna go on mute because I'm finna watch this because
Please watch it. 2 minutes and
I see
45
somebody
seconds.
getting hit in the head with a book bag on the bus.
She did, Capricorn. She definitely beat that girl up.
She
No,
beat
but
the
I'm saying
mess
I
out
see
of
And
her.
she
somebody
hit and she hit her
getting hit in the
own
book bag.
head in the midst of beating that
Right,
girl up.
but what I'm trying to say is that's inconsequential. It reminds me of the Carmelo Anthony case. The question is going to have to be what were their intentions on getting off the bus, and did she feel that something was going to go down and that she was in trouble? She has every right not to retreat. She has every right to be the aggressor. It depends on the intent of them getting off the bus, and if she felt that they wanted to fight her and she was going to go ahead and say, come on with it.
The first
To
thing
me,
she
that's
said
similar to the
was,
Carmelo Anthony case.
no, it's not. The first thing she
I
said
don't
was,
think those
if
are close.
anybody touch me, I'm gonna whoop 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 them. That's the
And
Correct.
that's what
first thing that
Carmelo
came out her
Anthony
mouth.
said.
No, the Carmelo Anthony did. The difference between Carmelo Anthony and this is
Casey, you got
that
to be one
he
of my
was sitting
friends to
down
join the
minding his
panel. Hit that button
business.
up there, then you're
He
more
was
than
sitting
welcome
down
to come
minding
up.
his business, and they came up to him and told him he had to get up out the tent. And they grabbed him up, and before they grabbed him up, he said, "This ain't what you want."
And
And then
that's what
they
she
proceeded to
said.
grab
That's my
him.
point.
No, it's not a difference. It's a
Let's not,
time in
let's not.
between.
Let's just stay here.
It's
We
time in
don't have to
between.
try to. No, yeah, we don't have to try to
So
make it.
yeah, she got to go watch the
That's what I'm
video.
saying. Ain't that the same thing?
It's
No,
Y'all
not.
have
it's
No,
to
not.
y'all have to literally watch the whole video. Like
Guest
I can't
has
find
a
it yet. I'm
guest on
so
your
sorry.
live has violated the violent behavior and criminal activities policy. Repeatedly violations by your guests may lead to restrictions
oh God,
on
no.
your access multi-guest features. Okay, people, we're gonna have to clean up the language a little bit. Becoming me has been flagged.
What I say?
I don't know, but you got they unfortunately they had you removed.
Oh wow.
y'all literally just have to go watch the full video
Please,
before y'all can make like a thorough opinion, because the way that they are clipping it, they're trying to make Jada seem like a victim, and she's not a victim in the situation. And we also have to stop acting like kids don't get off at the wrong bus stop, especially if they friends live right up the street. Cause it looked like that girl was walking. She was talking to one of her friends, and she was not even paying Jada no mind at
none.
all. She didn't even know Jada was trying to fight until Jada said something to
Yeah.
her.
Exactly.
And that girl defended herself and said, "This is not what you want. You're not
Correct.
talking to me." So when Jada started calling her out her name, that's
Correct.
when the girl was like, "Okay, what you want?
Correct.
Do you?"
And
She
she
said, "Do you
and
need her
Jada still
exact
had another
words?"
opportunity because the girl said, "Do you want this?" Or
Do you
however
need
how you
this?
word it. Do
She
you
said, "Do
need
you need
this?
that?"
Do you need
Yeah.
it?
She
And
said,
then
"Do
she
you
goes,
need
"Yeah,
that?"
I need that." And that's when she again. I'm sorry, Case. I don't want to go ahead.
And then not only that, Micah was like, her friend Micah was like, "Let's push peace." His
Right.
exact words. He said it like 3, 4 times.
Yep.
"Let's
Correct.
push peace." They said, "Go home, Micah. Go home, Micah."
Correct.
Yep.
She had plenty of time to go
Plenty of
home.
opportunity.
And he went right home. But look, what's her name? I can't see your name.
That's
See,
Casey.
Casey.
My name is
Question:
Casey.
since you saw the whole video, right? And I don't think nobody
Hmm.
else paid attention to. Did you see when the boy was over there with the three girls? Right. He came
And
over
he
to
ran over
Jada
to Jada.
and he
Yeah.
said, "Please don't fight them." That's what he said.
Yeah.
Please don't fight her. He's even said it.
Yeah. And then the girl even turned around. The girl, Jada was like, "I don't even know who the girl is." Her
Yep.
exact words.
Yeah. I don't even know
Mhm.
your
How are you
name.
getting bullied and you don't even know who's bullying you?
Correct.
Correct.
And
But
then the
but
girl, and then right before the fight started, the girl is screaming, "Jada, no, no, Jada, no!" And then
Exactly.
Jada proceeds to swing on this girl, grab her, pull her hair out of her head, and then and swing her around, lose her balance, and hit her head on the ground.
And hit her head. And you could tell when she flipped and hit the concrete, that's when she
well, Marquise, you
Correct.
okay?
Yeah.
had that little brain problem. But you could also
Correct.
tell that she had
Did you
health
fall
issues
down? Cause
prior to fighting.
I'm
Right.
sorry.
Marquis, why are you over there beating up your microphone?
Everything went down.
They
It
said
doesn't matter
they
why they
said
got off the bus. It
No.
doesn't matter why they got they literally had obligations to get off the bus, but they wasn't bothering her. That's the
yeah,
point.
they
Y'all
wasn't
just
bothering her.
focused on, oh, but they got off at the wrong stop. So fucking what? A
Correct.
lot of, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cuss.
That's
A
okay.
lot of people get off at the wrong stop. You got off at the
I
wrong
know I
stop when you
did.
was a kid.
But
Yep.
that's going to be
Especially,
key in the
and,
case.
and
That's key.
don't let your friend live one stop where you supposed to get off at. You can
Correct.
walk that.
Correct.
So listen, the bus driver friend contacted me because I put up the video, right?
Okay.
So
Hmm.
she put is on my page. She put that the bus driver took a leave because
I
everybody's
saw
blaming
that.
her. She
Yeah.
said she got off the bus because all the kids was acting really rowdy on the bus. She got off the bus to call her supervisor because she couldn't hear her supervisor on the phone. That's what she said. So when she got off, everybody got off. Even Micah got off. That wasn't even Micah stop. Everybody got off. Everybody got off.
Okay.
So when she asked that question, when a friend asked the question, why everybody? Oh no, remember the friend said, "Oh, she made everybody get off the bus." Remember the friend said that the bus driver made everybody because Jada said, "Why is everybody getting off the bus?"
He
And
did say
then
that.
that's when the friend said, "Why the bus driver make all of them get off?" So the bus driver made them all. That's what the girl must have thought. That the bus driver made them all get off because everybody got off at the bus stop.
I had a
He
question
said it's
because
also
I'm kind of confused because I have to go in and watch it. And I'm kind of confused. Okay,
Come on, Burn.
so the little girl that was dressed in all black, right? The one that got her hair pulled out.
Yes.
Now it looked like to me she put her bag down first, went into her stance, and then Jada was like, "Okay, we're gonna rock and roll this." So I'm not saying Jada was wrong. I'm not saying Jada was right. I'm not saying the other little girl was right. I'm not saying she was wrong. Whatever. The bottom line of it is that when Jada could have walked on home. Jada could have
Correct.
kept moving. Jada could have
Correct.
kept moving. Okay. But the other little girls, the 3 or 4 little girls that was standing there,
Tap up the
didn't have to be.
camera.
If you see them standing there,
Come on.
they were standing in an aggressive pose, you know, and they were saying a little sly stuff.
Sure.
They were saying a little sly stuff, and and everybody wants to say, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Words hurt.
Okay.
Words hurt, and we don't know what happened at school. We don't know how much she got bullied by anybody. Maybe she was at the tip of her TP. Maybe she was at the top of where she just couldn't take it no more. And then she's like, if somebody's gonna step up to me, I'm gonna handle my business. We've all been there. We've all got TP and said, I'm done. I've had enough.
Of a girl that you don't
I'm not
know.
saying that anybody was right or wrong, but I'm saying is that don't I don't know, man. I can't blame her for fighting.
but she
What's
didn't
his
even know
name,
the
Mr.
girl. That's what
Vern?
y'all not picking up.
Mr. Vern,
She
you
didn't even
said you
know
just
that
went and
girl.
watched it, right?
She
Mr.
did
Vern.
not
Yeah,
know that girl.
She
So
didn't
you
even
just
know the
wait a minute,
girl.
right, Mr. Vern? You just watched it. So remember when before the fight, way before the fight. Remember Jada's friend when Jada said, "Who said they wanted to fight me?" That was in the beginning. After they said, "Who?" Wow, everybody get off the bus. Jada said, "Who said that they wanted to fight me?" And her friend said, "Oh, it's the girl over there in the yellow." And then that's when the little girl was like, "Who, me? What are you really?" She said it like, "What are you talking about? Like it wasn't me. I never said I wanted to fight you." That's how she said it. Cause she said, "Who, me? Oh no, you don't want to fight me because I got hands." So you remember that part when you just watched it? Cause you just
yeah, I
watched it,
remember the part. I remember
right?
the part. I mean,
So
I'm not saying what I'm saying is that we don't know, you know, and them two was the one that's fighting. I get it, okay, but we all take aggression out on people
no, we
when
got
we
all
get to
that.
that when we get to a certain point. But I don't know. My biggest thing is that I just hate to see that the little girl has to pass away over some craziness. And my thing is that you know where's you see a car parked over here on the side of the road. Does that person ever get out the car and try to stop it?
I had that argument too, and there was also another adult. If you watched all the way to the
Yeah.
end, it was another adult that approached her, and she was
Hmm.
very, and I felt she was disrespectful to that adult. My thing was, how y'all that comfortable cussing in front of grown folk? I
Well, I
could
mean,
never
well,
act
if you look
20.
at her cousin's video, she cussed off
She
in
was
her
just as
video.
I know.
bad.
I
I'm
was
like,
shocked
where,
too. I was
where,
like,
where
"How old
y'all
is
get these
she?"
kids from?
Yeah, I
And
mean,
y'all
she
gotta
was talking
also
about
remember,
when
y'all
I
have
get kids and blah blah blah. And wow, that's
Yeah,
that's tough
and
stuff.
a
y'all have to
grown woman having
also
to tell you, listen, little girl, I'm an adult. I will come to your house, which means I will come for your mama because I'm not gonna argue with you.
right.
She was disrespectful in
Right,
that one. I'm like,
right,
And y'all have
right.
to
yeah,
also remember the whole world watched a mom in Chicago get bullied with her kids
Hmm.
amongst other
Yeah,
kids. You get
yeah.
what
now
I'm
that
It wasn't
saying?
was
that long
bullying.
ago.
That
The
was
whole world
undeniable
watched.
bullying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You get
yeah.
yeah.
what I'm
That
saying?
wasn't
So
that long
like
ago.
They attacked her, right? Is that the one where the
nowadays
mom was
adults
attacking the
is like,
kids?
I don't even want to be bothered with that. So y'all can't even fault the adults that was out there watching it because nowadays in their head they like, I don't want nothing to do with it.
Okay,
That's
okay,
not my
yeah.
kid.
Well, but that's not everybody's fault.
I mean,
I just wish she
yeah.
lived at home.
If it's on my block, I'm gonna tell you right now. If it's on my block, I'd have something to say. You know, I'd have been out there. They can say what they want to say.
But you gotta understand, like everybody's not you though.
Right.
So
And I
Yeah.
get that.
if
I get
that's
that.
another
That's
female in
fair.
the
That's
car,
fair.
she could have had the mindset like, oh no, these I ain't getting involved
Hmm.
with that. I watched this
Right. I
mom in
mean,
Chicago
that's
get
fair.
bullied, so I'm
So
not. You
Hey,
know
I
what I'm
can see
saying?
that.
Candy.
Yeah,
so
Can I
Totally
just
um
fair.
say
Mr.
something?
Vern,
Yeah.
Philly, I'm
you
on
can
your page. You're very beautiful. And if you're
oh,
telling the
thank you.
truth about the products, I will buy the products because you have beautiful hair.
Thank you.
And you're beautiful and you're representing. But where is the video?
It's
I
it,
tagged you.
okay,
Go to your notification. I tagged you. And
okay.
the
On my
one
notification.
I posted the video as well on my page, but I stopped it right before the fight.
Oh, you stopped it before the fight. So it's
Yeah,
yeah,
like
I
because if
number
you
didn't
put the
post the
whole
fight
fight
because
up,
you
it's
know
just
how.
gonna snatch the
Yeah,
so
because you
video.
know
I
how TikTok is.
right. So
Right.
that's why I started off with me talking, and then I said I'm gonna let y'all listen to it yourself because they would have took it down off my page. If I would have just had the
Yeah,
video,
I actually posted it. I
Yeah, it's
posted the
very
whole
sad, all of
beginning.
it. Tap that screen, folks. Let's move it on up to the
yeah, I got
20K mark.
the whole thing. So it's like number 6. It's like 1, 2. I'm sorry, it's down a little bit further now because I'll put more videos up.
All
It
right,
was on.
we got a queue for him. And again,
So
you
do
do
you
have to
see
be
the?
one of my friends to join the panel. So please hit that button. And
So do you?
once we clear some
Somebody was
boxes,
asking
we'll
me a
let you right on
question.
up.
Oh, I
What was the
was Mr.
question?
Byrne. It's me, Philly Wonder Woman.
Let
I
me
was asking
send
you a
mine
question.
for the day before I
Remember
get
when
yelled at.
Hold on,
remember when
too.
Jada was walking home? Remember when she was walking
Hmm.
towards her house? And then
Yeah.
remember her girlfriend said, Jada, did you hear what they just said about you? That's when
Yeah.
she went over there
Yeah.
to
I
fight
heard
the
it.
girl. So why did she just keep going
Well, I
home?
mean, she necessarily didn't go over and fight her, but she was walking. She
No,
wasn't
that's when she
walking
put her
toward
book
the
her
house.
that's when
She
she
wasn't
put her
walking
thing
toward the
down.
home. We'll put it
I
that way.
mean,
In
could
that
you
very
do
moment, Jada has something to prove. It was too
Yeah.
many kids out there,
Yeah.
and
exactly?
he
Yeah.
There you go.
wanted
There
Yeah.
you
And that's
go.
what I
That's
say
the
too.
answer right there. Cause she
In
had
in
something to
in this
Hmm.
prove.
day and
That's a
age,
good answer.
in this day and age, everybody's with their cameras. That's only gonna make even more people bully her
Yep.
if she
Hmm.
backs down.
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
Right.
Look at it. She ran. She ran. You
Yep.
know.
Yep.
I mean, it's a sad. The sad part is that, and that's exactly it. That's
That's
totally
it.
sad because
And
because
as adults watching this, I don't care if a child's gonna put their hands on me or not. I'm gonna
I'm
try to
gonna.
break this
Hmm.
up.
Exactly. And like
So
you
you
said,
can't do
that's
that in
not.
Philly because these
Maybe
kids
me and
carry
you'll
pum
do it, but
I'm
pums.
from
everybody ain't gonna
Philly and
do it. But
I but care.
Yeah, but you already know how
but I
these
would
young
have been
boys
like,
are.
okay,
Remember, I
or
work
I
with
would have called the
kids.
police. I'd have did something.
That's
You know
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying?
Exactly.
You got
You
to
know, the bus
how do you
driver could
say
have
it?
called the police.
Yes. Well,
You
that's
know,
what
he
she
could have
said she
said,
was
you know,
You
looking
bus
gotta
for.
driver could have
read
stayed
the
there,
room. If
called the
you know
police, and
that
said,
these kids is not gonna touch you or whatever, you can say, "Hey, baby, don't do that." And if they go and they did like don't disrespect
I
you,
like
then
that,
you stand
Trinity.
in between them and go like, "Stop," you know.
right,
But you
right.
do
I
have to be
like that. I
careful.
like
Like I
that.
said,
Trinity says you got to
Yep.
be careful breaking that stuff up today. You got to make it home too. This could very well be.
Exactly.
We could be talking about somebody's mama right now. That
Yep.
that,
yeah,
that, that that got pushed down in the middle of the fight and ended up hitting her head.
And I work with kids that's
Yeah.
on house arrest,
right.
and most of them did stuff that you don't want to stop these kids out here. No, they all carry pum pums, like they just do. You know what I'm saying? So you trying to break something up inadvertently, like he
Hmm.
just said, we could be on his page right now. He's talking about us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So the
yeah.
best thing to do
And
is
I
call
thought
the
about that
police.
too. I thought about
Call the
that. You
police.
know, it doesn't take much for some little kid to pull out something anymore
Maybe it's
Yeah,
just
true.
they don't
me
care.
because I don't care.
because they think to themselves, I'm not going to be going. Look, I
Yeah.
get tried as a kid,
Tap the screen,
so
folks.
And
Let's move on
So
times
up to
have
so
the
they say
definitely
20K
she
mark.
called
changed
her
because
supervisor.
back in the day, my neighbor was allowed to whoop me and chastise me. You
All of us
can't do
was.
that in 2026.
Oh
No, you
no,
can't.
we ain't
No,
doing
you can't
that.
do none of
It
that.
was an actual village outside. In 2026 is not like that. As soon as you discipline somebody else's child, here come their parent trying to fight you for
no,
correcting their
But
here
you
come
know
the
child.
what?
law.
Marquis said something
But
very, very interesting in the beginning because I said the same thing. He said, if my child was being bullied in school,
Come on,
I would have picked my child up or I would have been at the bus stop.
somebody would have been there. I
Yeah,
can
Somebody
see
should have been
that.
because the mom was home. The
and
mom
it
was
was a
Correct.
new
home.
and it
Because
was a quote
the
unquote new
friend ran to the
area.
house to get the mama,
Right. The
which
friend.
means
Yeah.
mama could have got
so
up and walked up to that bus stop and made
Right.
sure
okay,
her baby got home. But that only feeds into the cousin who said mama didn't even know she was
Mama
getting
didn't
picked
even
on.
know she was
well,
getting bullied.
and I got another question. Okay, so
Boom.
when did the head trauma hit? Because she got up off the ground,
She
she
got
started walking.
slammed.
You see how
When
dizzy?
she grabbed her and yanked her about, they went back and she rolled over
And I
her
seen
and
that
she hit her
part. What I'm
head.
what
She
I'm
hit her
saying
head when
She
is
hit her
she
head when she rolled.
So
she
yeah.
I
got
made
up
the
off the
video. I
ground
made
and
it
she
really
started
slow.
walking.
On my page, I made it really slow so you can see when she rolled over how
Yeah.
she got up and she looked like she was drunk when she got up. That's how
Yeah.
hard she hit her
So,
head.
is this other video going around with her getting slammed on her head? Is that fake?
Oh, I didn't see the
No,
Yeah,
that
slam
that's
was
fake.
part.
part of the whole video. I think you're talking
Okay,
about
well,
the same
it's
part that we're
that
talking about.
slam that did it when she got slammed on her
Yeah,
She
head.
when
didn't get
she
slammed.
rolled.
She slammed
She
the
didn't get
girl.
slammed, she fell.
Yeah, she
She
No,
fell.
fell.
see,
Yeah, she
there's a
fell.
video like showing that the girl picked her up and slammed her. That's what I'm saying. Is
That
that
girl was
fake?
half her size. That didn't happen.
No, she picked
Okay.
the girl up and did that. She
Oh,
picked the
No,
okay.
girl up.
no,
Okay.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
So maybe
I
you got the wrong kid. So that kid is
no,
the one
no, they're
who.
edit. When I'm just watching all these videos now,
Mhm.
they're editing different fights together. I'm just
Yeah,
looking.
Oh,
that's what
I'm
I'm
This
telling you,
is
that
not
didn't
saying.
happen.
because
Not,
you have to look
this
carefully
girl
to
my
see
dollar
that.
size.
I'm saying you have to
No.
look carefully to see the clothes and stuff. That it's not the same fight and it's not the same bad. You have to look. But they do have these. Like I haven't seen the whole. I've seen something, but not that whole thing y'all seeing yet. And they've been
Okay.
Oh,
editing fights, different fights together. And I'm on the book.
I hate when they do that because it's already
yeah,
bad
that's
Go to
enough.
not.
my you can
That's
I
not
got
it.
the video, the whole video is on the book on my page in the comment section.
What's your
It's the
what's
same
your
as my
name there?
TikTok, Casey Baby 2.
Okay. Y'all can go to
But
Casey Baby 2 on the Book of Faces to watch the entire 2 minute and 45 second
I don't want to see that
actual
knowing that
fight.
baby passed. That
Mm-hmm.
shit would haunt me. That's sorry, that's stuff. I'm
That's the
sorry.
bad
Yeah,
part
that's
is that she
terrible.
passed
Tap the
away
screen,
from it.
folks. Yeah,
She
You know
it's
passed
what?
away when she was walking home.
At the end of the day, people, the main point we have to take away from this, and I heard what everybody said, and I could go down intent and causality and give you all these legal terms. But at the end of the day, we've got to raise our children better as a
I said
community.
Yep.
But the thing is
At the
that
end of the day, excuse me,
Hold
can
on,
I
let them have them. Go ahead,
somebody
D.
else? I've been trying to talk for about 30 minutes, and I'm not going to
sorry.
Go ahead, D.
What I'm saying is we have to teach our children just to be better.
Mm-hmm.
We have to teach our children that you don't always have to have the last word. You don't always have to be in this defense mode. Sadly, black people, we live in a fight or flight condition all the time because of the country that we live in. But we have to teach our children when we're around each other that we do not have to always be in fight or flight mode. I don't care who got off that bus, at what stop they got off of. If she had the ability and the willingness to just walk on, whether she would have got bullied and it would have got recorded, it doesn't make a difference. She would still be here today. That's the only thing that should matter, is that it doesn't matter who got off the bus. It doesn't matter who was, oh, you got these hands. She closed the distance. It was the intent behind her actions. Because you can get off of a bus. If you're across the street, there is no intent. But if you close the gap and then you then change your position to intent, that's a whole different legal standard.
Come on.
We need to teach our children, it's cliche, but to just love and respect each other and keep it moving. And if her mother knew she was being bullied, why are you letting your child stay in that environment of being bullied? And if the mother did know, what are we not communicating to our children
Come
that they
on.
can come and tell us, I'm in trouble.
Let me roll quick.
Somebody's hurting me. I need help. Did she not feel comfortable to go to the school officials? Did she not feel comfortable to tell her mother? According to the cousin, she didn't. So like at what point do we just say as a community, enough is enough? We just need to raise our children better. We need to do more as parents to do something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sorry,
And
that
Jada
bus
was
driver should
12,
get
right?
he got
Why
there.
is she in a new neighborhood walking by herself anyway? She's only 12. You're in a whole new neighborhood. I would have been walking my back. My 10-year-old, I still walked them to the bus stop and picked
Correct.
them up.
Right. At 12 years old, I still had my mom and them come to the bus stop. Like she never let me, just walk home by myself. That
And
would never
you're
happen.
in a brand new neighborhood and you don't know nobody. That's the road that y'all are playing. Why aren't you making sure she get to and from safely?
Yeah. Well, and we don't know how far away from the house it was, but But and I
But
don't
if you're
know. I mean,
being picked on, doesn't matter how far
but
away
she
you
said they
are.
said their mama didn't know. But
Oh
still, I
yeah.
mean,
But
if
the
my
newscast
thing
said the
is,
family knew and went and told. So I mean, like I said, we get somebody
well,
lying.
well,
Somebody's
the
lying.
little
Well, they
girl's
said that
cousin
they
said
reported
that.
it to the school. So if you reported it to the school,
How
then
you report
somebody
to the
knew
school if you
something.
don't know?
Yeah, how
Exactly.
do you
Somebody knew
do that?
something.
Yeah,
Somebody
Exactly.
lying.
right. Somebody lying.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody lying. That's all
Somebody's
I'm
lying.
saying.
But
Somebody
it
lying.
was, the bottom line of it is, no, you ain't nobody bullying my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gonna be HELL to pay.
You got that right.
Okay, I'm gonna be up at the school. I'm gonna be inside. I'm gonna be in front of that principal. I'm gonna be on that bus. I'm gonna be in front of the bus driver, and I'm letting everybody know. I'm letting everybody know that's grown. You better fix it.
Yep.
I'm gonna fix my end. You need to fix your end because I'm not. I had to experience that with one time, and that's all it took.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to be involved. You got to be involved with your
Hey,
kids.
lovely. Hit that button. If you're one of
And
my friends, and
you
then you
got to
can come on the
be
panel.
you got to be willing to do the extra stuff, man. I mean, that's just more bottom line.
I agree.
If it's walking if your kid is that person, then you got to go up to the bus stop and get them.
Yep.
You at home?
Oh, okay. G-Lo, I'm going to try to pull you up again. I don't know. We attempted it before. Listen, we do have about 3 people waiting in the queue. We do let everybody come up. I'm going to be rotating boxes because we got quite
I'll
a
drop
few.
down so someone else can come.
Oh, that's kind. Thank you very much. But we'll be rotating boxes. Again, you do have to be one of my friends to join the panel. Again, we'll be rotating boxes for the duration of the show. Go ahead, Miss G-Lo. What are your thoughts? What would you like to add to this conversation?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I just feel like, we're looking at all these other factors. And the
Hmm.
one thing that we're not looking at is the fact that we are not raising our children right, period. It don't matter who got off the bus first. And the gentleman just said that. We got to do better parenting
Sure.
because if we're not doing the parenting, who's going to do it for us? These
The
children are going to
streets.
be out there exactly
The street.
fending for themselves, just fending for themselves. And you want the teachers to do it. You want the bus drivers to do it. If the bus driver can do but so much, the teachers can do but so much. You have to teach your children what to do in face of adversity, who to go get help, do something. Fighting is not always the way because you don't know who got a pew pew, you don't know who got a knife, you don't know what another person has. Even if you're defending yourself, you're putting yourself at risk of
All
death.
right. Correct.
So I mean, we can't just be on this old school. Well, if they hit you, hit them back. Yeah, that sounds good in theory. But now what? We have a child dead at 12.
Say it again.
Well,
And it's
you look
disheartening.
at the family, and them ones that when they say FAFO or whatever,
Uh-huh.
the mama is and I hate to say it, but she messed around and found out, didn't she?
Hmm.
You got to protect your kids. That means you got to teach them the right things to do.
I
You got to
agree.
teach them how to survive when they're not around you.
That part.
I mean,
I agree.
my kids knew they job was to make it home. You at school, you at this, you at that. Your job is to make it home to me,
See it.
not to be fighting out there in the street, not to be out there doing something that you ain't got no business doing.
Uh-huh.
If you're gonna go do something, your job is to make it home, not
Uh-huh.
not 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 go do anything else other than what you told me you was gonna go do.
Come on.
I'm gonna say this too, and I can hear some seasoning in your voice. You're not 20 years old, right?
Oh no.
You're not
Oh,
30 years
me?
old. Yeah,
Oh no, you're not
No,
50.
no,
that part. So I hear the seasoning, the old vet in you.
no.
Because it's these new parents that want to be friends with their kids, and there's no parenting. Everybody's
Mhm.
friends.
Nope. That's it.
This is a problem for our community. It's
That's
not
it.
happening nowhere else.
That's it.
The mamas want to look like the daughters, and the daughters want to look like the mamas. There are no more boundaries. So the level of parenting it's not what should be done.
I
They're
agree.
doing some new stuff, this gentle parenting. I don't know what they're doing, but it needs to stop. and they might have been mad for us older ones who are. And I would say I don't have a problem with my age. I'm 54. We used to cut tail. We cut tail. We beat behind, and you learned the lesson. Period. These children don't have consequences, so they don't know.
Well, that's because of the. And I don't know how y'all be saying this stuff. The YWYP. What do y'all call it?
The
Uh,
the
YN.
And oh my God, he said the
what?
the
YW.
lingo.
Oh yeah, you showing it now,
He
Vern.
got to show that. See,
He done
that's
showed
Hey,
out.
crazy.
I'm 60. I don't try to have my 60.
I'm
Um,
60. I'm 60 as well. I'm talking some YP or whatever.
but what I was gonna say is that they they have a different wow, man. I mean, how do you say that? Because we were taught, you do what your parents tell you to do, and you respect your parents. You do, it was a lot of respect in what we did
Hmm.
as growing up. And I don't think that these kids have the respect that we had. A lot of them don't.
A
Now
lot of
my
them
kids
don't.
did because my kids they it's old school at my house.
I
But
was a
see, everybody's house was the same. It didn't even matter if you were Caribbean, because I'm from New York. It
No.
didn't matter if you
Mm-mm.
was Caribbean, if you was African American. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
house had the same level of
It
respect.
was
So
exactly,
this is a
exactly.
generational thing that's happened where they are
Exactly, and
not
that's what I'm saying.
teaching
That's how you
respect.
put that generational
It's a
because it's
generational
different.
thing. Yeah,
You
it's
know what
they
changed
It's
it,
different.
right?
different.
Y'all know
well.
what changed it when they said that you wasn't allowed to really chastise your child. I'm
It
That's
talking
didn't
about,
true.
change it for me.
No,
Man,
but I'm
that's
saying,
what I'm trying
but
to
that
tell you,
changed it
They
for a
It
lot
don't
of
didn't change
people.
it
understand,
for
my Taylor.
That
me.
did
man.
change it for a lot of people because they were,
My
I
belt
guess
got
they
eight,
was
eight notches in it.
they
Hey,
was doing too much with their child.
I
But
was I
That's
was
doing it.
appalled at
But
the
see, them
language.
people, and I've worked with defects. Those people know who's
did you
abusive and
call them
who's not.
defects?
Yeah, I don't know what y'all call them now. I don't know what
Mm-mm.
y'all call them.
They call
Child Protective
at-risk children.
Services.
Oh well, children's services.
Just
Some
yes.
people don't know who is abusive. They really do.
Yeah.
And the way the laws are for removing a child, it's you got to do so much to get your child removed from you. That's
Mm.
a cop out, and I feel like that's a straight cop out to just not parent. Yes, it was a scare tactic, but if you know you disciplining it with some love and
With
with some
love.
evidence,
Right.
you could still beat your child. You
I
could
know
still
That's the
I
key. That's the key.
They say
Love.
as long as you don't leave no marks. But
that
listen, the
part.
children that I work with, like somebody was saying that their parents is trying to be friends. Listen, the kids I work with, their parents not even ever home. They're never home. That's why these kids out here
There you
Facts.
go. That's it
Gotta
right
That's a
believe
there.
that.
whole
taking their
nother
cars.
conversation.
They never even
Hmm.
home with these kids. I asked them, Marquise, I asked
yeah
when was the last time y'all had a family dinner?
yeah.
What? We just take our oodles and noodles and go upstairs in our room. Do y'all go to church together? Do y'all go to the masjid together? Like, do y'all watch TV together? Do y'all even how was your day? They was
Mm.
like, no. I said, have your mom ever told you she loved you? They was like, what? What? Like, what are you talking about? So they don't know nothing about. They don't know nothing. It's like somebody dropped the ball. They know nothing. That's
Terrible.
crazy. And they all have an IEP. How
Oh,
all
they
these
don't
kids got an
except for
IEP?
504s.
100%.
Jay
Yeah.
Montana, I'm sorry. Welcome to the conversation. What would you like to add to this
Yeah,
tragedy?
I had to come on here because I'm a former teacher, a science teacher. I just stopped teaching like a year ago
Oh, congratulations.
in Hialeah, Florida. And so it was an inner city school. And I saw comments in here, somebody saying the baddies and all this. It's that culture now. And they all feel like they want to be like, they got to put on a show. Like I would see the kids I taught high school. And so I
Oh,
taught 9th through 12th grade science, and I would see kids putting on a show. They're doing it for the camera because people are pulling out phones and stuff like that. And so many
wow.
fights at the school over and over again. They dropping them, air dropping them to me. Oh, miss, da 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 da. And I would tell them this is not a good look, and they think they do it because they want attention. And it's so true what the panel was saying. These kids are being raised by themselves. Kids going home, nobody's home with them. They're
Okay.
coming to my class during my break period asking me life questions because their parents are not doing it and holding them accountable. And I told them in my class, there's consequences. You act up, it's going to be consequences, but they don't have that at home. And that's why they feel they can do those type of things. That's
Okay.
what I wanted to add.
I like that, and thank you for adding putting some gravity to the situation. Look again, my kid is 17, and well, we're not a cussing family to begin with, but for the sheer fact that either of those girls was out there with full
Mm-hmm.
on adults cussing. I couldn't get past. It took me 3 times to realize that she was the victim because I was so appalled at the language and the aggression and the way that they were approaching each other. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I'm like, and then there are adults around. They
Standing
didn't
there.
the adults they didn't care the adults were there. They didn't care
Nope.
the cameras were rolling.
Nope.
None of that. None of that changed their behavior whatsoever. Again, gotta blame some of y'all mamas and daddies because
Facts.
there's no way, not mine. I can tell you right now.
But that was the daily where I worked at. That was the daily. They talked like that. They acted like that. They didn't care who was there. And that's what I told them. In my class, we don't curse. We don't use the N word. I don't
Oh,
care who you are. We don't do that. But I set standards. And the kids respected that because they need limitations. They need rules because they're trying to become adults. And that's what I told them. You want to act like an adult, you're going to be treated like one in here. And adults have consequences.
you
So, and
goddamn
we
right.
can't go doing anything. How you going to go on your job saying that kind of stuff? How you gonna
Yep.
go on your job treating other people like that when you get mad? Don't
Yep.
raise your voice at me. I'm an adult. I'm not your friend. And you have
Correct.
to be clear about that with children. And parents are not doing that now because of this friend culture. And I told them,
Correct.
Yeah.
I'm not like these other little teachers you got. I'm an older teacher, and we don't do that. And my
Yep.
parents, listen, they beat me, so I don't care what nobody say.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
still
I
alive.
didn't settle right.
Thank you.
Mine no better.
Marquise,
And like
keep
I
it.
say,
Facts.
and good. I have a wonderful relationship with both my. I got a little baby boy. He's only 4, but my big girl, 17, with great relationship. But she know I
Exactly.
don't play. I am friendly, but I'm not your friend.
Thank you. I'm at my
And
mama house right
there
People in the
are
now.
lines,
audience.
there are
People in the
standards, there are
audience.
things that you're not gonna say, and things that you're not gonna do. Yeah, there are
Period.
ways that you're not gonna carry yourself.
Period.
Again, this is. I was shocked when I got to the video. I'm like bullying, and I get to it. I'm like, what?
But the
And
adult
again,
told
I'm
them to go
sorry this baby
home.
lost her life, but on this
That lady
particular
out
day,
there
that's not
said
what I
go
saw.
home, and
Go
they didn't,
home.
and they did not go home, and that
No,
was the whole thing. If when you at the point where you don't even listen to adults standing around you,
Yeah.
what you want us to do?
correct.
Don't you
All
gonna
you
Marquise,
had
blame
to
the
do.
people
teacher?
in your comments are saying you're ignoring their writing and you're not responding.
Oops.
I mean, I have a panel full of people. I'm reading the comments as I go. Listen, if it's something that it hasn't been said or something that catches my eye, I'll be happy to interrupt and add those comments. But I'm rotating boxes. If you want to be heard, tap the
You can
screen,
get
and we would definitely make room for you to come on up. So it
So I'm
really
gonna go.
depends on what you thought.
I'm gonna drop down. I appreciate you having me up here. I'm gonna drop down because my fingers getting tired of tapping, but I'm gonna keep tapping.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
you can get ready and rotate me. I just wanted to say that I saw the video. I still don't see, and your point of views are in the minority, very much so the minority. There seems to be evidence of ongoing bullying. There seems to be evidence. The only gray area is if
How
the
did you? Where
bus
did you get the
driver.
evidence of ongoing bullying from that video?
Yeah,
From a
because I
girl saying, "I
you
don't
know
even know
why?
you."
I'll tell you. Because I had to go through so many videos just to
Well,
see
did you
anything that
see
y'all
the
were
two
saying that
minute
was
and
not.
45 second video? Because that's the one that's important. That
Correct.
starts with Jada getting off the bus saying, "I'm
Yeah, I
going
saw
to
the
f
video.
this girl up."
Correct.
Here's the case, and you can drop me and rotate me. Here's the problem. The question is, now this is going to shape the case. The question is, did the bus driver put them off the bus, and that changes everything? However, listen, if they got off the bus with intentions, because there seems to be evidence that this dispute started in the school, carried onto the bus, and off the bus. Now, if the bus driver put them off the bus, that changes everything. But if
Yeah,
they got off the bus
yeah.
with intention of trouble any kind of harassment, they are going to be charged with wrongful unaliving. And maybe the parents, because there was an adult there that didn't do anything, and watch. As far as Jada, she stood her ground. It doesn't matter if she says, come and get some of this. It doesn't matter if
It
she
doesn't
beats
matter that
someone
you're
up.
an aggressor in the situation.
Listen to
That's
what I'm
what you're
saying.
saying.
It doesn't matter if she charged them. It doesn't matter because she wanted to go home and she was on her stop. So the key here is, what were the intentions of the children getting off on her stop? It was
Miss
her
Jules, well, Miss
stop.
Jada
Jules,
doesn't own the street.
Miss Jules, hold up.
That's yeah.
Miss Jules, remember, if you look at the video, the right video, them girls didn't say nothing to her. They never
It
said
doesn't
anything
matter.
to her.
It doesn't matter.
No, it
It
does
doesn't
matter.
matter
They
that
actually
nobody
did say
said
something
anything
to
to
her.
No,
her.
Actually,
not
Why
until
did
she
it
said
matter.
something.
Definitely matter.
Not
Hold
until
on,
Let me
she
hold
tell
said
on.
you why
something.
it
It
doesn't
definitely
matter.
matters.
She said
It
something
Because
definitely
she
first.
was
matters.
on her
Okay,
own
well, Jules,
turf.
you had
And
your
in
turn.
law,
She doesn't
that's
own the
going to
street.
make
Cash, she
a
doesn't
No,
own the
that does
street.
not.
it's
So
going
you
to
went
make
to
a
law school,
difference on
Jules,
whether or
right?
not she felt like she was getting ready to be attacked. There's already
By
evidence
who
that she
though?
was
By
bullied
You're
who?
by the
missing the
same
whole point
girl.
of intent, Jules. Did the girl she fight get off the bus with intent to
Right.
engage with her, or did she just get off the bus because everybody else got off? Because what I'm
Right.
hearing
That's the
everybody
key.
say is this girl had nothing to do with it. So you can't say there was intent on the little girl's part if she just got off the bus with everybody else. Because if that's the case, then she should have been fighting everybody that was
Come
standing
on.
around. Because I
She was
get
fighting the
off
girl
of
who
the
put her
bus.
dukes
Now let me
up.
finish.
The two girls that were
Because
fighting,
she
the
came
other
at
girl put
her.
her dukes up.
Because she came at her.
It
Correct.
doesn't matter.
Does
Yes,
Listen to what
it
I'm
matter.
listen to my point.
does.
All right, let me
Listen to my
can I ask
point.
you a question before I get
Going
drop
up
What's
to
going
before I
to
get
intent,
matter
down,
is
then
Miss
that
Jules.
you
she was
have
at the right.
action.
Listen, y'all missing my point. The point is, these people were not on their own ground, and that's a problem.
They
If
don't
they
own the. Nobody
intentionally
owns the
got
street.
off,
Oh,
you see, okay, listen to this real fast. Do you know the case of, in this
let's
case,
not do
just had,
that. Let's just stay right here. There's no need
I
to
wanted
bring.
to do it in
If you got
comparison
to
real
bring
quick.
another case to make your point, then you're not making a point.
No, I don't have to. I just
Okay, then
wanted to help
let's
y'all.
stick to the prompt.
All right, well then I'll just keep it simple. She was the only one on her own turf. She stood her ground, and there seems to be evidence that there was ongoing conflict. It seems to be evidence
But
the
was it
conflict started in
ongoing
the school.
conflict with the girl she fought?
Listen, it started in the school. It
Jules,
went
was
on
it
to the
You're making
ongoing
bus, and
conflict
it
with
assumptions.
the
You're
spilled
girl
making
she
off the
fought?
assumptions.
bus. There's evidence of that.
Where's the
Was
The
it
evidence at?
conflict
ongoing
started in the
conflict with the girl
school,
she
Yeah, you
fought?
made
continued
assumptions.
on the bus, and spilled out of the
Was it
bus.
an
The question
ongoing
is,
situation with
did
the
the
girl
kids
she
get
fought?
off the bus to continue, or did the bus driver
Did
put them
that
off?
girl?
And that's the
It
key.
don't matter.
Jada
The
was
girl
on her
didn't
own
say nothing
stop.
to her until she said something to her. The girl never said nothing
It
to
Correct.
her.
doesn't matter what was said. That's what I'm saying.
It does
It
matter
does
because
matter
her
because nobody's
friend.
It
talking
does
to
matter,
you.
Jules,
Yolanda.
Jules, you just said
No,
you watched the whole
what
video.
matters
He
is
couldn't have
the
watched the video.
intention of. Listen to what I'm just saying, and just for law. What matters is the intention of what they wanted to get off the bus. Was the intention to argue? Was it anything like that? Was
They
it
never.
intentional to have static? That's all. Because it's already established there was a disruption in the school, on the
Okay,
bus,
Jules. So where
and
did
the
you go to
But
law
question
not
school
is,
with
at?
were
them.
they going
Where
to
did you go to law
continue?
school at?
But
If
not
they
with
had the
them.
intention to continue, then
Jules, where
there's a
did you go to
problem.
law school at? Where
Jules,
did you
that's
go to
not.
law school at?
He said, "Where you gonna?"
Because
Jules,
you keep
I don't
remember
saying
understand
law.
they
why so
wasn't.
hard to
What
get
laws are
into.
you
Jules,
referring to? Because you do not understand the basic concept of what intent is. And I do because I actually went to law school, JFK University in the Bay Area. Okay? I understand intent. You are misconstruing this. That child got off the bus. It doesn't make a difference. She was not engaged with her. She did just because she got off the bus does not form intent.
Correct.
She just got off the bus. If that's the case, every child that got off the bus had intent. Every child.
No, did you just
And
miss
they
something?
could be going to their friend's
They were
house.
not on
They
their
could be doing
stop. The
something
question is
else.
going to
It
be,
doesn't
why
make
did they
a
get off the
difference.
bus?
but he just said
It's
every
not
kid on the bus
illegal
got
to
off.
get off at a different bus stop. It may be against policy. It's not
No,
illegal.
no,
You have to
Correct.
have intent. You
no,
have
not
to
at all.
show
Not
a
at
crime
all.
has been committed. Just getting off of a bus and standing there,
Not a
right
crime.
stop or wrong
Nope.
stop, is
It's
not
not a crime.
intent. It's
That is
not a
not at
crime.
all what I'm saying.
But not
What
only
I'm
that, Jules,
saying,
Jules, real quick, Jules. Not
yeah,
only that, if you all right, since you watched the whole video, right?
yep,
When the girl said, when Jada said, I'm sorry, not the girl, but Jada, when Jada said, "Why is everybody getting off my stop?" Right? Remember she said that, and remember
mm-hmm,
her friend said, "Why the bus driver make everybody
yeah,
get off?"
heard the
Right?
other girl, yeah,
Her friend, right?
yeah,
And you remember Micah, and then she was saying, well, so then that's when Jada said, "Well, I heard somebody say they wanted to fight me," right? And then her
yep,
friend says, "Oh yeah, it's the girl over there in the yellow." That's how it
yep,
all started because the girlfriend said, "Oh yeah, it's the girl over there in yellow." If the girlfriend would have been like, "Yeah, I heard it too, but I don't know who it was," they would have kept going. But then that's when Jada said, when she said, "Oh, I'm not fighting nobody over no noise." Remember?
right,
So then she said that, right? So
yeah,
then the girl, because she was pointing at the girl, she was pointing that way, and that's
yeah,
when the girl said, "You're not talking to me, are you?" Because remember, they was across the street minding their own business.
right,
They was minding the girls across the street and that boy. It was three girls and one boy. They were minding their own business. They
right,
wasn't even talking to Jada. Period. Then
okay,
Jada. Then that's when Jada said what she said, and then the girl said what she said, right? And then after that, that's when the girl said something about not her hands, but something. Oh, you don't want these. And then Jada was like, no, you don't want whatever. You don't want these,
right,
right? But then Jada started walking home again. She started walking home. That's when her friend said, "Oh, Jada, did you hear what she just said about you?" Then Jada turned back around. But if she would have just kept going, and her in that case, her friend, the reason why I'm saying is her friend should be charged too. If everybody gonna get charged, her friend should get charged
but
too.
that's still missing the whole point. My here's the question: why did they get off the bus? If they didn't on their own, like if the bus driver put them off, that's a whole different story. But if they got off the bus to continue what started in the school,
You keep saying that
continue
nobody
to
said it
the
started in the
bus,
school. Where'd you
and
get that
You
then
from?
just
on
made that up.
Jada's,
Oh.
but y'all not
You
accepting
just
this.
made that
Because
up.
that
Jada's
didn't
stop,
happen.
it
They already
was
said. Listen, they
Jada's
already said that
stop.
them girls that was
That's
bullying
not
her.
within the
Those
fact
No,
girls
but
was
pattern.
that
not
but
Jada's
bullying
that
her.
that's
stop.
not
You
that's
just
not
made
what was
that
said.
up.
The mama said something different, and unless
Yeah.
y'all can veto the mama, y'all all got y'all narrative from somebody on the internet.
Yeah, the
Unless you
mom
can
never
veto the
said that them
mama,
girls was bullying. Because the
the
mom
mama
also
did.
Yeah,
said,
they
Yes,
did.
she
the,
did.
And they filed
no, she
complaints. So
didn't.
that's going to be another
That's
thing.
what she
Look,
The mother
said.
and father did. Yes, they did.
The mama
Well,
said that
according to
those
the
girls were
cousin,
bullying
the
her.
mama didn't even know she was being picked on.
nope,
But
yup,
that's
yup.
their cousin. That's
She
the
said the
cousin
mother
who
didn't
got
That's
on
the
I'm
even
just
know.
cousin. But
saying,
on the
guys. So we accept some things and throw other
all
things
right,
out.
No,
well,
no, no,
did
no.
y'all
The
okay?
cut.
The good
No,
news
listen,
report. So the
listen.
news
Hold
report when
on.
that black guy
Wait,
interviewed
wait, wait.
her,
When you talk
when the
about her
black guy
mama
interviewed
or
her,
her
right?
cousin, that's different.
No, forget it. When the black guy interviewed the mom, talking to the mom,
Mhm.
and the mom said it was a boy that was
I
bullying
just
her in
watched 20
school.
videos. I ain't hear nothing about no boy. You the
All
only
right,
person
I'm,
who said
I'm
something
gonna
about
try
a
to find
boy.
that video. I'm gonna try to
Find it
find
for
that
me,
video.
cause you the only
Yeah.
Now,
person.
the cousin, of course, said they had lots of conversations about her being bullied. I don't know why she didn't. I told her to tell her mom. She didn't want to. She didn't
That
want to tell her mom.
But
So her
see,
mom didn't know, but her dad knew
but
because
listen,
he
but
the
you
one
is
that
the
went to
saying,
the
but
mom and the
that's
school.
that's the
daddy even
cousin.
together? That's the
You
next question.
no, but listen. So so okay, my children have told somebody, to my family member, something before, and then they'll say, okay, well, you should talk to your mama. Well, I don't feel comfortable or whatever.
Right.
But then they end up talking to me about it. So they don't mean that the mama didn't get the information just because she didn't come back and give her give her an update or whatever. Because the mom said that she had been bullied, that she had made a report to the school. So unless we
Yep.
can fact check that with anybody, because right now we are taking everybody's opinion and not the
Yes.
moms anymore. Because
No,
the
we talking
mama
about the
said
mom.
the mama said she did a report
No,
Yep.
at the
they said
school.
the dad did a report. The mom didn't do no report. The
The
dad did.
mama said
Both.
okay. The mom
I
said
saw
she
both
did a report.
report.
Okay. Then why wasn't
So
she
So
we
at the
don't know
bus
yet.
stop?
But
so right
we
now
don't
we
know yet.
all talking
Is the mom
like
and the
whatever.
daddy
We
even
got one.
together?
I don't
We
think
don't
they
know,
are.
but these are important facts. So these are facts that can come out. Was reports made? That's going to be very important. That's going to
That
be important.
you are correct about that. That's very important
Yeah.
because if that was my child, I would have been at the bus stop picking her
Correct,
up.
but then it
But you
comes back
can't
to
victim blame. You
to
can't
the
put
mama and the
victim blame
daddy.
because she's at
Because if
her
my
own
child
stop.
is
Like,
being bullied, as we have stated multiple times, I, as a parent who's at home, because she was at home, would have been
Yep.
standing at that bus stop waiting for my child to get off.
mhm,
Or I would have went and got my kid so that she wouldn't have to ride the bus anymore.
Yeah,
When,
woulda, coulda, shoulda.
at
But
what
But
it
point do
doesn't
we
Marquise, you
seem
know
start?
like
everybody
At
she
what
everybody's
is.
point do
not
we
you.
start? If we want to
Yeah.
charge
No, but you
people,
do know
let's
that they
start.
do
Let's
tabs
talk
too,
about
right?
parents not being parents.
It doesn't seem like this happened every day. It appears
Oh,
that people got off on their own stops.
We're not talking
And
about the
from
stop no more.
my
You said you was
experience,
talking about the
each
bullying in
person has
school.
their own stop. And from my experience, it's unusual that a bus driver would let a child off at a different stop. I don't know how they do it there, but this is all going to come out. And the school might be held responsible. The bus driver might be held responsible. The adult that was there might be held responsible. The child that was fighting might be held responsible. I don't know. But a lot has to do with were they going there? Did
what is
she feel like something was going to go down? And that is the key.
what
But
is
if
Not
she
whether
felt
funny
like it or
she was
not,
is
the
the
we
girl
real.
don't
didn't say
know
nothing to her.
that the kids that are picking on her at school are even the same kids that were on this bus. We don't
Right.
know that either.
Yeah.
What I
So how
saw,
do
We
we have a
don't.
whole narrative
Again,
what
then
I
if we don't know
saw
nothing?
is
Because
you're
we
just
missing too many
assuming that
facts.
these are the same set of kids.
We're missing too many
okay, that's
facts
going to
to
come
have this
out.
this this dogmatic opinion then.
Right, that's going to come out. But I read, no, on TikTok, I saw a person that said that they interviewed the school and everybody, and they know the people, and what. And see, that's why this is all going to come out, because they know the students and they know what was happening in the school before they got on the bus. So this is all going to be key. If she had a reason to feel that she was
Then
going
feel
to
free
be
to
in some kind of
go somewhere
trouble
else.
on
TikTok
her own
community.
stop, that's going to be key. I think that her
All right,
parents have an
Jules.
excellent
Jules, do you
lawsuit.
realize that she said I don't even know you? So she couldn't have been a bully. She didn't know her. She said I don't even know you. I
It
don't even know your
doesn't
name.
When do
matter.
you
Right.
have the
It
last
does
comment?
matter.
It
Everything,
doesn't, and
nothing
here's
matters to
why.
Julius.
When you being
First
But
of
bullied,
listen,
all,
you
I
know who
got
you normally when you
listen.
being bullied, you know who you being
No,
bullied
you
by. She didn't
don't.
even know that girl.
No.
she
That's
said, I
silly.
don't know
You don't have to
why
know
the
somebody's
girl
name to bully you.
wanted to
Not your
bully her
name.
because
She
she
said, I
didn't
don't know
know
you.
her.
She said, I don't know you, and I don't even know your name. She said two
So
things. I don't know you, and I don't know your name. She
and
never even
that can
seen that
still
girl
mean
before.
in black culture that can
No,
still
they
mean the
did,
same thing.
actually.
I'm
Like if
black.
it's
I
like
don't
I
know what
don't
you're
know,
talking about.
well, I don't know you, and I know your name can mean the same thing. People don't that bully don't come introduce themselves. Hey, let
No,
me
I
tell
don't
you.
mean that. If you're being bullied in school and you're telling your parents you're being bullied in school, you normally know who's bullying you. I've been bullied. Trust me, I know. You
And
know
I
who's
Well,
understand.
bullying
in
you.
Right, but
months,
I
if there
think,
are two
okay,
reports,
listen,
then you would have a
Philly.
name.
Yeah.
If there are multiple reports to the school, you would have to know what this
No,
child
you
name
can
is.
say the child
Okay,
isn't.
If your
The
listen,
name
I'm
child
is
can
trying to
be in your
explain it.
class. You can meet him in the hallway. Trust
But
me,
you
I had a
still know
situation
who
with my
they are.
son,
You've seen them
and he
before.
didn't know
EA,
the name. We
according
had to
to
find
one
it
of the
at the school.
reports,
He pointed him out.
well, my daughter knew her
according
bully.
to what I'm
saying to
Well,
you
according
your
to
is,
one of the
well, your daughter is amazing. My son didn't know the name. I had to
you
go
don't have to
let
know
him
the
point him
name. What
out.
I'm saying is she
You know,
said she didn't know her at all. I
right, but
don't even
listen,
know
Philly,
you.
that can mean
guess
the
why she
same
said
thing
that?
in black culture. I've said that.
Well, I'm black. I
We,
don't know. You keep saying
The
that. I'm black.
the according to the
I'm saying,
report,
well, listen, in
All
black
right,
according to
culture, it
the
Paychecks
means
has been
different.
report,
waiting for a
she
while.
said
Let's cool
that.
down a minute and let Paychecks has been waiting. She hadn't had the
Can I
All right.
just
opportunity to
finish this
speak.
one point? She said,
No,
"I don't know you,"
Paychecks, we're
meaning
ready
why
for
are
you
you?
now.
Okay, you can rotate me.
Okay, no problem.
Nice talking to y'all.
All right. I told her no, and she said, "Put me out the box, no problem." Paychecks, we are ready for you. Please go ahead and add the
Hey, how
thought
you
to the
doing?
conversation. I'm fighting for my life tonight. I'm fighting for my life.
Oh
I'm going down this hill tonight.
man,
Can y'all help me tap the screen, please?
this is
And
Everybody.
such a
I know we got 80 people in the room. We're not even at 30K. You guys are enjoying the
I'm
show,
almost
obviously. The
there. I'm
comment
almost
section
there.
is doing what it's supposed to do, but you all are not tapping this screen. We will take a long commercial break for tapping if you guys don't start tapping soon.
I'm
Please
doing it.
tap
I'm
that
trying.
screen. Yeah, I mean, she said, I said no to her, and she said, just put me out if I can't talk what I want to. Goodbye.
she said
We
you
had
come
enough of you
Hey,
me.
hey,
anyway.
she like Shirley Caesar. Hold my mule if I can't shout right now. Well, put me out the church. Put me out the church.
Go ahead, Patriots.
Oh, this is such a sad
It
situation.
is.
Like it's really it's so sad. And I watched the video a couple times, like
Mhm.
trying to, kind of piece together things, figure out like what really happened because I saw one story and I was like, "Oh my God, this is terrible." And then I watched the video and I was like, "This doesn't match up to the like stories that I'm hearing."
Correct.
Like
Yep.
I was really confused, and I I was always raised that if you have an out, you have to take your out. Like even if it makes you look weak in front of people, if it makes you look like scary, if it makes you look, you know, whatever, if you have an out, you have to take your out. And I feel like she had a lot of opportunity for an out.
Correct.
She had
Correct.
opportunity to walk home. She had opportunity to not say anything. She didn't have to engage in the crosstalk. And I mean, if the girl would have came across the street and like, you know, snatched her up, well,
Then you defend
then
yourself.
okay, you know, you got to fight. But I don't
Correct.
feel like the fight had to happen.
Correct.
I
Yeah.
feel like there was a lot of opportunity for her to leave, and she didn't. And there was crosstalk, and they were going back and forth, and then the fight ensued, and unfortunately, she lost her life. And this is tragic, and also, you know, traumatizing to all of the children that were there,
Absolutely.
because
Mm-hmm.
you know, like this is very traumatic. And is somebody going to get charged? Maybe,
She
Yeah,
but
said
and
some
that
maybe
could have
crazy,
not.
made
crazy,
that
crazy.
You
made her
know,
life even more
maybe
traumatized.
somebody might get charged, maybe somebody might not get charged, but you know, I feel like there's not enough details for us to be making those kind of assumptions right now.
I
And
like that.
as far as the bus stop goes, like bus drivers 99 times out of 100 are not going to let kids off at a bus stop that they are not allowed to get off on unless
Okay.
you have like pre-approved permission to get off at a bus stop. There was when I used to ride the bus, there was a bus stop that was closer to my house, but that was not my assigned bus stop. And I was not allowed to get off at that bus stop unless I had like written permission from my parents and the school that you were
Okay.
allowed to get off at a different bus stop. So the kids that were off, more than likely, that was the bus stop that they got off on. It's very rare that you're allowed to get off at just a random bus stop unless things have changed, but I highly doubt things have changed.
Okay.
So that must have been I had to have been their bus stop. There's no way that it wasn't their bus stop.
Okay. I like it. I like it. And I lost my complete train of thought.
Well, while you
It'll come
lost your
back to me.
thought, excuse me, real quick, everybody, can y'all tap the screen because my fingers are really tired and I'm
I
trying to
know
get
that's real
to
with
40K.
77. Hey, woke up, woke. We got 77 people in the room. Woke just entered the building along with Michelle. Please tap that screen. Let's move it on up closer to the 50K mark. We have 80 people sitting here enjoying this conversation. Again, everybody's welcome to join the boxes. We will be rotating boxes for the duration of this particular show. But you do have to be one of my friends. So hit that button if you haven't already. Become one of my TikTok friends. You will not regret it. If you want to know what we're going to be talking about each and every Friday and Sunday, I make a dedicated video for every single subject. I'm also available on the tube of you. Lots of original content over there. A lot of my interviews are over there. Same username, Faith and Bishop 2. Please consider subscribing over there as well. All right, we got some more people waiting. And I have 3 in the queue, and none of y'all are my friends. So y'all are just gonna be sitting there. Once you become my friend, you're more than welcome to join the panel.
All right, you can drop me down, Marquise. I don't know how to drop down.
Okay, I got you, Philly.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, friend. All right, all right, all right. But yeah, that is where we are. Again, tragic situation, but to me, this was totally preventable. This is the way I chose to raise my children. I was no fighting, no fighting, no fighting when she was a very, very little girl until she got scratched twice by the same little girl. And then I went up there and I had my conversation with the teacher. Or now I had the conversation with the teacher, which was far worse. And we were good. My baby got bullied on the bus when she was a little girl. She was probably 7 or 8. And I didn't find out about it until she was on Christmas break. So I had to go 2.5 weeks with this boy. I got on that bus again. I did not address that little girl because that's somebody else's baby. But I told the bus driver at that time, my baby don't come up here with bruises, and she's not coming off your bus with bruises. So it's gonna be me and you if you don't find a way to resolve it. He completely apologized to me. He said at that time he was going to separate them two kids. Never had any other issues on this school bus. As a matter of fact, the little girl wanted to be my daughter's best friend from that point forward, and I absolutely refused. I still don't like her to this day. My daughter almost grown.
Marquis, don't be petty.
I don't like that little girl. and my baby about to graduate next year, still don't like her. No, you can't never speak to me. But it only went on for a little while. She hit my baby twice, and it was over. I'm telling you, it was over. So I understand what this feels like. And after that happened on the school bus, my thought process around it changed. And my baby's tiny. She's right at 5 feet tall, 4'11" and a half. So she's tiny, not even 100 pounds. But I taught my baby from that day forward, you don't ever start a fight. You start a fight, it's going to be me and you. But if they put their hands on you, you grab whatever you can and get them off you, and your daddy coming. That's just what it is. So it becomes defense. Again, inside the school, I say your first action is to always tell the teacher. If the teacher don't do nothing that first time and it happened again, then do what you need to do. And then when they grab both of y'all, tell them to call me. That's the way it worked for me. Again, my daughter never got into another fight, even after that incident. Like I said, she was second or third grade, so we never had to enact that. And I also teach my daughter to de-escalate situations. My daughter would not have stood there and cussed back and forth with anybody. First of all, she got a little too much class for that, but she that's just something that she would never have done. So it never could have gotten to the point, except that girl came up and actually physically touched her. Now, when you physically put your hands on my child, all bets are off. Might not be the best of ways of doing it, but that's the way we chose to handle it. But and to me, it just felt like this story would be so much more easier for me to present if it looked a little bit more like that. They were picking on her, blase. The girl came over, grabbed her, touched her, and then Jada retaliated and then lost her life. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You say advising to grab a weapon is next level. My daughter is 4'11", 98 pounds. Absolutely grab a weapon. Everybody's bigger than her. Grab whatever you can grab. I'm coming. You've done your job the first time when you told the teacher. And if the teacher doesn't change, doesn't remove you or change or do anything, you have, just as you sit up here and scream the whole night, you have every right to defend yourself.
Really,
and
Marquis?
everything doesn't matter to you. I'm so happy you're back in the comments because nothing ever matters to you.
Marquis, how tall you say your daughter is and big?
Say what?
How tall and big your daughter is? Your baby is fake?
4'11", 98 pounds. 4'11" and a half. She's right at 5 feet.
Listen, you know, that's my daughter. When they ended up, my daughter was like non-violent for everything, but then she ended up being a wrestling and doing champ. I laughed when first time she's going to wrestling. I was like, you miss non-violent, but she learned how to do things. Now she head of security somewhere. So, child, I ain't mad at her. Listen, she'll hear me up now. She learned some skills.
How tiny is your baby?
Well, she's right by 5. She says she's 4 foot something, so she didn't get to 5 yet. But she wrestled at 98 pounds. Yep, I think she got up to 106. That's why when you said that, I was like, "Ooh, he got another Chanel."
Yeah, baby, but they've been fighting to get to 100 pounds her whole life.
Now listen. My baby went to college for wrestling and came back home thick as a snicker from Georgia. I said, "Oh yeah, baby, you was eating that Georgia food."
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm all for defending yourself, but this, unfortunately,
I'm with you,
and I'm not saying she wasn't picked on or bullied. And I need you guys to start defining this bullying thing for me. By bullying, was she jumped? Was she hit in the past? Or are we just talking about people saying words to her?
Well, words are a form of bullying. If it's consistent and repetitive to that person,
with the same person, yeah.
It is considered bullying in
the school
system.
Well,
if that's the case, how could that be the case if she's claiming she don't even know you? I don't know you.
Well, see, I didn't say that she knew her. No, I'm saying the definition of the bullying.
But see, I really wonder if she said, I don't know you well.
The thing about it is this: if there was some bullying and it was noted in the schools, the school is at fault for not dealing with the situation at hand. So I don't think they're going to be too transparent about if there was any bullying, to be honest, because they're not going to want to take no consequences. So I don't know if that's ever come up. That's always going to be a discrepancy if there was any true bullying. Because
You
if
guys
it was
keep
bullying,
glossing over the point.
they're not gonna own that.
The point is, was the girl she fought the one bullying her?
We
You
don't
guys
know.
keep
We
I mean,
don't
like,
saying,
know.
we
she,
don't know.
oh,
Exactly.
Yeah,
she was
that
being
hasn't
bullied.
that
That's the
hasn't
Okay.
been
problem.
We
confirmed.
know
If
she was bullied, but was the
yeah,
girl who she actually fought the one bullying her? Because if that girl is not the one that had anything to do with anything negative interactions with her, there is no, she attacked an innocent bystander.
Bystander. Yeah.
Right.
Period.
yeah,
So right.
that wasn't
That's it.
confirmed. The only thing,
We agree with you on that. Now we just need to
yeah,
figure out
Yeah,
who it
we
is.
just don't know.
We
Because
need
Right.
some
the
We
only
need
confirmation.
to know who
thing,
on the
Marquise keeps telling
paperwork.
us, and
yeah,
other
the
people
only
telling
thing
you,
that could
I don't
maybe
know you. I don't even
potentially,
know your name.
the
So if the
only,
girl don't know you
yeah,
don't know your name,
the
she ain't one
only
of the
thing that
bullies.
could maybe potentially be confirmed is that maybe the two of them like had words on the bus. Like
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
maybe that happened. Maybe they were arguing on the bus, the two of
Yeah.
But
them.
Marquise,
But
you
And
know
what's even
the
more
we
bus
don't
driver
even
crazy,
can
know if
get.
that
he
happened.
picked the
But that's
littlest
still
girl to
not
run up
bullying,
on.
even if they
Did you see
arguing.
that?
Now that's
She
what
Yeah,
picked the
bullying is.
smallest
exactly.
one
Now,
in the
like what
group.
you
She
just
picked the
said,
one that
whoever
was
was
baby
speaking,
size to fight.
Yeah,
whoever
but
the one that was just
even
speaking,
still, like
like she
we
said,
said, that
they
we don't
might have
even
said something on the bus.
that's not repetitive. You know, if you got
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
one argument on the bus, that doesn't mean you have to
It
Exactly.
like
has
So
to be the
even
repeat
same
if
it.
she
person
had
over
words on
multiple
the bus,
times.
that's not bullying.
And
Yeah.
not,
That's
but
not,
then you
and
picked the
so
smaller
the,
girl to
the
want to run up
repercussions
on
of
them.
bullying is different from just a regular fight.
Yep.
So that
Exactly.
child is basically, she was the one that was being attacked.
Exactly.
But Marcus, you
Yep.
know what? I don't think that bus driver, y'all say the bus driver got off. It is against all the all the policies for a bus driver to get off the bus when they have students. They
But
See,
see,
I
cannot.
Marquis,
can't
that's what
argue
you
that.
didn't
I didn't
get.
see that. That was
That's
Philly
what
But
you
one.
somebody,
didn't
but some
get.
because
I
somebody
didn't
just
see
said
that.
everybody got off. They can't. I mean, unless it was some kind of danger, like my bus was on fire, they can't get off that bus. That's why they were saying. That's why I was like, that's so weird. Like y'all saying that the whole bus driver got because you get terminated for that kind of stuff.
But
That's
you know what though? But didn't you say, Marquise, that the bus driver said she had to make a call? So she got off the bus.
That
you
So
was
can't
Philly
get off
one,
the
after she got
bus.
off the
You
bus,
can't get
the
off
other
the bus
kids
to
just
make a
filed
call. You
off.
get fired for that.
Oh, I'm
Exactly.
not disagreeing with you on that, but I'm just saying, you know as well as I do, if you've seen anything about
Step
these
up to
buses,
50K.
these people drive drunk, they fall asleep, they put their hands on the kids put their hands on them. I don't know how. All I know is if the bus driver got off the bus to make a call, which is I'm sure against policy,
Oh yes,
then
that
them
you get
other
fired.
kids
There ain't no
just
write up.
filed
That's a
off
fire.
behind her. That's what I'm saying. Either way it go, them kids got off that bus at that stop, whether the bus driver put them off, whether they got off on their own. Those kids got off, but that's not consequential to what happened. What
Yeah.
happened is Jada had an opportunity, an ability, and a
Multiple.
pathway to escape. That's what the law says. She chose to stand there and engage
Come
with
on.
people. Now, had she left and they followed her,
That'd be
even
different.
then,
That's
even then, you have to prove intent. If she takes off running to get home and
nah.
they run behind her, then
That's
she
not
can turn around and stand her ground.
Mr.
But
D.
when
That's
she
not
chose
the
to
law.
close the
What you just
difference,
said. That's not the law.
Oh
You're
when
not
well.
she
required to
chose,
run. No, sir.
no, that's not what I said. You're not listening.
I'm
Listen to me,
listening.
not to respond.
We just did.
I
I just
said
did a
if
murder
she had took
trial,
off
and that was the
running,
exact same
I'm
thing.
gonna
No,
lie.
sir.
I said
That's not
if
the
she
law.
had took off running to try to get away and they ran after her, then their intent is proving to do her harm. But just because they got off that bus and said words to her, and if nobody said, I'm finna get you, we finna run you down, we finna hurt you, there is no intent for just getting off the bus and stand. People got off to watch a fight. Whoever she was gonna fight,
So
they got off the bus to do that. But that does not prove intent on their parts. You have to prove who was the person that got off the bus with the intent to harm her.
Tap the screen,
So
please.
And
if
obviously the
I feel
girl
threatened, it's
who
the
did.
thing is if I feel threatened. If you get if we all don't know,
All
but
right. You gotta put my friend to
if
come
they
over
got
here.
off on
Put the
her bus stop,
camera. When you see that button, then I'll let you up.
look, if they got off on her bus stop, she can say she felt threatened, and you can't dispute what she felt.
But
That
she
is what the
felt
law
threatened enough
says.
to fight, but
That is
not
what the
threatened enough
law.
to run.
Listen, you talking about what the law says. That's what the law says. What you feel, not what somebody else gonna
No,
feel.
I said she felt threatened enough to fight, but not threatened enough to run.
You don't. You're not. The law says you're not obligated to retreat or run. You're not obligated to run away If somebody come down, you got somebody give them your bus, you're not obligated to run.
Okay, but then you have to prove why they got off the bus.
No, you don't. No, you do not. That's not the law. You making that up.
What statute are you talking about where you're at? Because getting off of a bus does not prove intent
If
unless you have fighting words, unless you have combative action. So what
if there
exactly
was
did they
something
do by
already
them getting
happened,
off the
but
bus?
we're under the assumption, well, maybe just me, that there was some stuff happening before. Remember, the
But
mom
with
said that
who?
the mom
But with
said,
who?
huh?
But with who?
The mom said that the girls were bullying her before. I don't know that she didn't give us a name or a reference. I'm not there. I ain't got the paperwork. I'm saying so. Just along that logic, though, along that logic, if that was the case and she felt threatened by the girls that were there, if those were the same girls, I don't know. You don't know. None of us know. We just guessing. We all guessing. We all making assumptions about what we saw, who told us. We all putting it together. There's a lot of different missing elements to tell us what the truth is.
Hey, Breezy, come
It's
on.
unfortunate that the girl lost her life, and it did look a lot. The video makes it look a lot different than what was being presented. I'm gonna tell you
Correct.
that.
Correct.
I am going to tell you that. I just know though when people say if somebody claims that they felt threatened and they've been threatened before or things have happened before, that's where it gets in that tricky area because I don't have to prove. I can't say that. Well, Marquise didn't feel threatened, but I did. As long as that's what I felt, that's what the issue is. Well, of course, Jada's not here to say whatever, and we don't know if that's the same girl because according to what y'all said, and what looked like the pieces I saw, that might not have been the same chick, or I'm not sure. So we don't know.
We don't know.
I ain't watched that. I couldn't find that whole one again, but you know.
Oh, I'm gonna. I know I have it saved. I'll have to send it to you.
Send that.
Okay, Breezy J, welcome to the conversation. We are talking all things Jada West tonight. What would you like to add to the conversation?
I think
It's a lot, Breezy.
it's so sad.
It is.
It reminds me of when I was younger. I done got into a lot of situations, and I'm just thankful that I'm able to still be here.
Man.
I think this case, I don't know if you guys remember, but back in 2024, there was a similar case that happened. It was the Kaylee Gain case, or the Hazelwood East case. Has anybody heard of that case? So it's a similar thing. It was a girl that they were 15. The bully was supposedly the Kaylee girl. She got suspended that day for the bullying. Her mom drove her back to fight the other girl.
Oh wow.
And the Kaylee girl ended when they were fighting, the girl that was being bullied ended up slamming her head into the ground. She ended up getting a traumatic brain injury. And
hold on just a second. Julie, one thing you're not gonna do is come over here and tell me how to run my show. If you don't like what's going on, if you don't like my presentation, you're more than welcome to leave. What I don't like is people being rude. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bree.
I didn't even see her comment. But yeah, I think the case is very much similar. So I think that girl is going to be charged with something. I don't think that it may be to the extent, and I am comparing cases. Of course, there's a whole bunch of different things that play factor, but I think that this fighting stuff, I was used as an example before, and I think like the system is just over it. Because it's getting dangerous. It's getting these kids are losing their lives to prove a point, or I mean, and not even listen. I wish sometimes I would have ran. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I wouldn't have got into a lot of the things that I got into. You know, my mama having to go through stuff, and me even having to go through the system and getting myself in trouble. But what I will say is, you got to be careful about people who feel threatened, right? Because when they're in that mode, you don't know what they might do. So I listen to everything that's going on. I'm still speculating myself. I do agree that the video does not align.
Very damaging. Very damaging.
Yeah.
Extraordinarily damaging. I had the video of my part because I did 2 parts. The first part that I
Mhm.
recorded, I had to record about 5 times. The which y'all saw was probably my 7th or 8th take. But after me pulling stuff out, because I'm like, if I say this the way I see it, everybody on this internet is gonna hate me.
No, and I think a lot of people are seeing it that way, but I think that we have to think about the bottom line factor, and it's that the system's not playing with these kids no more. There are too many
Yeah.
kids out here getting injured really bad from this. And like I said, in the last case, the girl didn't get charged with murder, right? But she did get a simple assault case and was still charged as a juvenile. And so I think that they are really they're really cracking down on holding parents accountable. And because I know the mother did get in trouble in the last fight. I think that something is going to happen. I do not think that that this is just going to be brushed over. Oh, well, this is what happened. I think,
so?
yeah, I do think so. I think that people are. I think the system's tired of
So
it.
do you think this little girl need to go to jail
I do.
for? Well, here's the thing, though. You did see the entire. Did you see the entire fight?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you agree with me that the injury that ultimately cost her life was self-inflicted?
Yes, I think that it was an accident. I
It
don't
was an
think that.
accident.
I
You
don't
grabbed
think
this girl,
that.
you were dragging her by her head, and you lost your footing, and you hit the ground and bushed your head open. That's what
Right,
happened.
right. But what I'm saying is, and I'm just going to use myself, right? When I was in a minor, I got into a similar situation, right?
Sure.
Yeah, bust
And
your
the
head
reason
open.
why I got held accountable is because I put myself in the situation, right? I was able to walk away, but I didn't. So it's just like that's what I'm saying when I say like the courts are cracking down, right? They're like, we tired of seeing this. I remember
Okay.
the judge threw the whole case file at me, like literally, physically, because they were just so tired of the mess. So
Yeah.
I don't think that she should go to jail.
Yeah, maybe suspended from the
So
school.
you
Okay, something like
right.
that.
I,
But I don't
because
think she should do
we have to
jail
think
time
about it. I
because
don't think
they
that
both were engaged.
you have
They
to think
both
how
were
that little
fussing.
girl
They were
feels
both act.
too.
Go
Like
ahead.
I understand how the parents feel. Absolutely, I would never want to lose my child, but
Sure.
that's probably weighing on that little girl a lot too. Like this was supposed to be a
Sure.
fight. It was not supposed to be where now people are telling me that I'm a smurder or
Unalive.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Like you have to think of how
She
that
did not intend to unalive that girl.
right.
We
It
know
wasn't
this.
intentional.
Correct.
But
Oh,
this
oh,
is a
let me
case
grab this.
where you
Let me
F
grab this
around and find
comment.
out,
I like this.
unfortunately.
Hold
Go
on
ahead.
just a second. This is not about justice or outrage. It's about money.
I
To
saw.
me,
Yeah.
and I got to agree with him. Now this
Yeah.
person, Rance, you've been saying some crazy stuff, but that I will agree with you on. Yeah, and when you lose a child, you want somebody to pay.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Which is why I
That's
felt
the
like
truth.
why I felt like the picture that was painted in just the way it was painted before we saw the video.
I
The
mean, and
video, the
I
video was not
Marquise,
in
you
line
know
with the
nobody
script.
else has a view like yours on the internet. So it's funny because that's probably why so many people are coming to see what's going on. Because when I went and looked through, everybody is even after the videos, they're still saying the same narrative. Like it
Yeah,
is it
they
is
say
one
bully.
narrative.
You say the
well,
word bully, and everybody's gonna jump on the
well,
train.
I want to say
I'm
this
just not jumping on the
too,
train
and
this
this
time.
is, everybody can take it how they do, but I also feel like I'm getting real sick and tired of the lack of accountability from parents.
Correct.
Like it's
Raise your
appalling
children
that
better.
y'all not even willing to put yourself front and center on front line for these situations. And I don't like to victim blame. I don't like to say this and that. We all say what we would do in a situation, especially situations we haven't been in. But I know for sure that if that was the case, baby, who bullying my baby? I'm
Correct.
there every time.
Mama's at home. Her
Who?
mama was at home. Why didn't you walk your butt up to the bus stop? If
Yeah,
my
ain't no
baby's getting
way.
picked on and I'm at home, I'm gonna be standing there to get my baby off this bus
Absolutely.
until I have other arrangements to get her back and forth
And
from the
we're not
school.
oblivious to the situations that happen nowadays. It's gotten worse. So why
Yeah.
would you not put yourself there and make sure that you're there and making sure your kid cool?
Correct.
This is not the first time that this has happened. It's happened a
Correct.
lot over the last few years. And
Correct.
we've seen this and we know this. So as
Correct.
parents, that's the first thing I fear is that my baby defends herself and maybe she may get in trouble. That's scared. That's sad that I have to think like that. But that's how I do. I don't want her putting herself in any situation that mama can
Correct.
help get your stuff. Come on, walk home with
Come
me.
on. Come on, I'm here.
Yeah.
But you know what?
I'm here.
She
When
might
they
have
when
known how to fight, no, Marquise. The mom, you know, because these parents are different now. The mama might have told her,
Might have told her
if
to
they
get out there
bother
and do what you
you,
do.
you know, you beat they behind, you do da da da. The mama
I
might
can
have
see
pushed
that
her
because
up to that.
nobody seems to be shocked at the language. It took me 5 minutes to get past the language. So I'm
Now,
like,
with you
I
with that
mean, don't
now.
get me
how do y'all
wrong.
mama and daddy talk in the house if you outside talking like this in the 8th grade? Both of y'all. I ain't talking about Jada. I'm talking about both of them. How? Not my baby.
I was taught you don't start it, but you finish it.
I said
That's
all
what
day
I was
long.
taught.
All day
So
long. Now,
and that
had that girl ran up on you and hit you, Jada, yeah,
you
do
have to
what you
do
got
what
to
you have
do.
to do.
Correct, but no, I don't teach my child to go back and forth with people, and I definitely don't teach her to behave like or to even appear like an aggressor. And unfortunately, she looked like the aggressor on this particular day.
I
I
mean,
can't speak
even if
for other
she's not,
days.
she agreed to engage in it, and that's going to be the problem. Bottom line.
Correct,
Bottom
correct,
line.
Exactly. She
correct.
agreed to engage in the situation. And what people need to understand when they start talking about this, she doesn't have a right to retreat. She absolutely does not. But if you are not going
We lost you.
reasonable
I
fear
agree with you, Maria.
that you are in imminent danger of loss of life
Come
or
on.
bodily injury, and then if you do retaliate or respond, it has to be proportional.
Yeah, be
Bullying
force with
words,
force. Yeah,
Jewel,
force.
are not enough to facilitate or necessitate violence. If I'm standing across the street and talking about your mama, your daddy, and your great greasy granny with the holes in her panties, that doesn't give you the right to run up on me and put hands on me because
Yes,
I'm
Angela.
using words. You can use your words. It has to be proportional. But if that little girl was just talking and Miss Jada ran up and decided to square up or put hands on her, it's not proportional. So when you want someone, all you people out there listening want to use stand your ground and she don't have a right to retreat, yeah. But did the bullying she was facing amount to imminent death or serious bodily injury? And
Imminent
even if
danger,
she
not
thought
just
it,
death. Not
if
and
she thought that, then her response needs to be proportional.
That's
So
true.
proportion.
what would be a
So do you
proportional
understand
And
what
then
response?
proportional
also we have
means?
to look at the language. It
Do you know what
wasn't
proportional
bullying because she
means?
didn't know the girl.
Listen,
I
do you
do.
know what proportional means? Proportional means
There you go.
if I'm gonna do a fist fight, that's one thing we can fist fight. I can't bring a pew pew to a fist fight. I can't up it. And I told you I just did a unaliving trial, and this was the situation because this guy ended up stabbing somebody that was bullying him, and it was a whole big old thing because they were saying when he leave, and the attorney said he's not obligated if he has fear. I just went through trial for real in real life with this. So this ain't what I'm telling you, is what I know. This is what I do, like for real. Like I'm not joking. So as long as she didn't up it with a weapon, like if you said if you're gonna have a fight and we want to fight, you fight. But if you can't bring a pew pew to a fist fight, and that's when they're gonna say that's not proportional. That's where the proportional part comes in. You can't up it like that. And it has to be, are they in the
Come on,
facility,
girlie.
are they able to do the damage that you think they're going to do? If she's in my proximity, then she can be in the proximity to fight me or to do the damage that I think that she's doing. And this is all assumption because we don't know. We got too many sides of this story. The video don't look like what the
She
news report is saying out, and
he
it's
told her
just
she
too
had
many things.
hands.
She
Huh?
did tell us she had hands, didn't she?
She said, "I got hands,
She
and you don't
did.
want
Listen,
these hands. You
you
don't
don't want
want
to
these."
listen. She said you don't want to. She wasn't lying, huh?
I mean,
She
and that's why
did.
it's
She
so
told her
important.
that. That little
Like,
man, that little 4'9" girl told her.
Yeah, she
yeah,
did.
like
Yeah, she did.
even if you do know what you can do to somebody. I remember my mom always telling us, you know what I'm saying, especially like when the phones came out and stuff, and she knew like, moving us to a different thing. We had went through some bullying and stuff. Like we was always told to let it be known before we reacted. Like I don't want to engage in this with you. It's like I don't want to do this. Like I need to let it be known I don't want to do this. And then if you keep coming at me, I have to do what I have to do.
but if you keep on, I'm gonna give you what you're looking
Yeah, I'm
for.
gonna give you
Come
what
on
you
now.
asking for. And so if that situation was recorded and God forbid something happened, now y'all got me in video. So I said I didn't want to do it. She won't leave me alone.
Y'all back to attacking me in the comment section. See, I told
Okay,
you I
so
was gonna be
Marquise,
fighting for
what
my
is it
life
that
tonight. Come on up here, girl. And since you got these people at me
Marquise?
tonight,
So what did you? What does it matter to you? What the girls getting off at the bus stop that they don't belong at?
to me that doesn't. A child getting off at the wrong bus stop is not enough for this one to act like an aggressor and run up on her. I don't think so.
Well,
And again, the
I'm gonna
video
say this.
I saw clearly showed that girl was not studying her until she started talking crazy to her. That's what I saw.
Okay, well, when I went to school, and I mean, things might be different today. You didn't get off at a bus stop that didn't belong to you. You
That
had
part.
to get off at your bus stop. If you didn't get off here and your mama didn't send a note, your grandma, your cousin, your auntie, somebody didn't send a note, you didn't get off at a bus stop that you not supposed to. You had to have a note to get off at a different bus stop.
So
Okay.
when they got off,
So
then did the bus driver let them off, or did the kids just get off? Because
They
how you
got
gonna stop them
off.
getting off?
they got off, but normally like I say, this is back
They
when
done
I
had two
went to
stories now. They said
school.
the bus driver let
You
everybody off.
when I went to
You see how the
school, you
stories keep
was
changing.
you wasn't
The
allowed to get off at a bus stop that wasn't yours. Now, like I say, I don't know about today, but
Yeah,
I know
I
when
don't
I
think
went
It's
to
so.
it's the
school,
same.
and
this
you
was
was not allowed.
ongoing. This was ongoing. They were bullying
So
her. Her parents
Girl,
had been to the school.
But we don't know if
girly,
it's the
according to the
same
cousin, mama didn't
girl.
even know the child was being bullied. Are we gonna ignore that? We're gonna
I
ignore
thought it
that.
was the daddy went to the school.
So,
See,
okay, so
oh
so
my
the mom and
God.
the dad are not together.
See,
Do we assume
this
that?
why I keep telling y'all it's
No, I
27
didn't
versions
assume
of the
that.
story.
So so
all I
so
know
so,
is
so
that I
I mean,
don't
go
where
know
are
ahead.
you
about the
getting this
money
from
grab
that you getting
end
from?
of
I'm
it,
getting
but
mine from research. Where you getting your
Well,
information from?
I started with the news, and then the cousin came online. Came online and destroyed this entire case. So I'm using both. I'm using both, but the news and cousin that destroyed everything that y'all talking about.
The cousin really didn't know because she going from hearsay too. She telling what she heard, what she thinks she know. She was not there, so she would not be able to testify in court because that's hearsay. Let's talk about it.
And
But
the
She cannot.
actual
She
I
real
cannot
think
be
video.
sometimes
called.
just use some common
Girlie, did you
sense.
watch the actual fight?
No, I didn't watch. I didn't want to watch no children fighting.
Oh, okay. Well, I watched the actual fight. I watched. I went to the books of faces,
What does
found the
that
two
have to do
minute.
with the fact that three girls got off a bus and this girl stopped? And they say it was one of their mamas that was there that was perpetuating the fight too.
That's not what happened. That's clear. That's
You have to
the
watch
the
the
the the the,
video.
the adult at the end after the fight was over had to calm this one down. Baby, I'm an adult. You don't talk to me like that. I will go to your door and talk to your mama. You don't talk to me like that. That's what she was telling the
Mar-
victim here.
Marquise, how
But
did Mama get to the bus stop?
what if you been bullied and somebody keep messing with you and then they get off the bus stop at your stop? What you
Again,
supposed
we
to
don't we
do?
don't know that the girl on the bus and the people at the school were even the same folks. That's even up. That's even up for debate. Because Jada didn't even know this little girl. She said it out of her own mouth. I don't even know you. But if you want this, you can get it. Pretty much.
well,
Marquise,
I'm I'm gonna play
how did Mama got to
speculation
the bus
too.
stop so
Who's to
fast?
say that somebody hadn't jumped in
You still
the
ain't giving me no reason
situation with
why they getting off the bus stop at her stop. Other
Getting
than
off getting off
the
the
story
bus
make
is
more
not
sense if they
inherently illegal. It's not illegal.
No, it's not.
It
But
may,
we
may be
can't.
against the school
but
policy,
what
but that's
would be
not
the
illegal.
It's
Getting
not
off the
reason? Like,
school
let's
illegal,
be
bus
but
ain't illegal.
logical.
we can't
Let's be
be.
logical. If
Yeah,
you
we
Let's
lay
got.
be
your butt on the
logical.
bus and get off at your own stop,
If you
none of
want
this
to be
happens.
logical, this girl
None of
had
this
multiple times.
happens.
She had multiple times to walk away. She
maybe she
freely
was tired of
engaged.
walking
She
away.
ran up on this girl and she caused her the injury that ended her life was self-inflicted.
Okay, so I
Where
got a
the
question.
girl, where if you watch the fight, she was slinging a girl my daughter size around. She was twice the size of the girl she actually beat up. She slung this girl left and right, lost her balance in the middle of the pulling this girl's hair out of her head, and hit her, and she fell back and hit her head.
A real hair?
That is what caused her to now be being buried.
So we
So
But
keep.
none of this happens if I get off the bus at my right stop.
exactly, exactly. Exactly.
That's the final
And you
point.
So
Now
never,
so
ever,
none
ever,
of
ever,
their
we
ever
keep
gonna
stop.
be able
punishing
to justify that.
Jada for what Jada
You
did,
you got out that
but
bus
why
because you
does the
wanted
other
to
girls
fight.
have to be there? Why they
Period.
can't go home?
Again, the girl she pointed out and chose to fight
But
was not paying her any
Yeah,
attention.
but I do
but
want
that's
to
not the point.
wait. I
That's not
do
the
want to
point.
say
The
this
point
though,
is, why does she
girls.
have to be there?
I don't know
Why
about
come
any
she
of
couldn't
you.
have went on home?
I don't know about any of you other
You're never
ladies,
gonna
but
get past
we
that.
we
There's
all
no
know
reason
how
for you to get
groups
off
of
the bus
girls
and
can
somebody else
be.
stop.
We also
Unless you're
don't
wanting to
know.
fight.
We also don't know if that little girl was a part of the group. You know, other
Correct.
girls that may have been
Who's to say that
antagonizing
that
her
girl
as
don't live
well.
in that same neighborhood?
Oh
Y'all don't
Right.
know
But
that.
it was already
Again, y'all
established that
assume
she got that was not her
there's a ton
stop.
of kids out here.
No, no,
That
no,
girl very well could have been going to her own
no,
house.
no,
And
no.
But
the
it was established it was none of their stop. That
No,
part
no,
was
no.
established. It
What
was
I was
none of their
saying
That's
is
stop.
the girl that you guys keep saying how Jada said that she didn't know the girl. She may have not, but when little girls group up, sometimes you don't know one of the people that's in the group that also may be playing a factor in the bullying. So
That's
what
what
I'm
I
saying,
said
yeah.
earlier.
So what I'm saying is, and that's from personal experience. So what I'm saying is, when she had got off the bus, they are gonna use that as a thing. Whether we think what we want in court, they are gonna say, well, why did you get off that bus? That's why I said they are. Unfortunately, they are. That this little girl's gone now, right? Because of choices she made. And I'm trying to tell y'all, this other little girl may not get charged with these heavy penalties at all,
yeah,
but they are going to give her something, even if it's something tiny and small, because they're tired of this. She
At most,
also
she will
engaged
probably get
into it. The
expelled from
moment you got off
school.
that bus driver, they gonna ask that bus driver, other kids that's around, was this something they were engaging in off the bus? So say that little girl who's the one that's not passed away, right? She was arguing on that bus with her. That means you knew what was going to happen off that bus. Even if you say you didn't have the intentions of getting off at the wrong bus stop and going to that, you knew it was trouble awaiting. If I
Baby,
know
we
it's
didn't all been to
trouble
school.
awaiting,
We know if you getting off a bus stop at a stop ain't your that's not
I
yours.
did it,
If you
so
get
I
off the bus
know.
every
Yeah.
day, you know exactly why they got off that bus. Like we're not finna play stupid.
Mhm.
Like come on.
Did we ever clarify if the bus driver put everybody off the bus? Was that ever factual?
They just
we
said it
don't
was
know.
three
No.
kids who got off that bus at the wrong stop. They ain't say it was the whole bus that got out at the wrong stop.
Okay, but then so how many kids then were
I
out
saw
there?
more. I definitely
I
saw
saw
more than three
I
It
kids.
seen a
looked
bunch
like
of
more
I
than
kids.
seen
I
more
ain't
than
three.
three
yeah.
kids get out
But
that
how
More
did
than
all
three
these
kids
bus.
out there
kids
get
get
out
out?
that
And that
bus.
goes to show too that everybody knew a fight was going to ensue. I'm trying to tell y'all, that's
They
what
were on
kids
the bus
do.
fussing. They were
They
on the bus
knew
fussing.
they're gonna flock to a fight because they want to see it. That's how it
That's
even got
exactly
reported
what
in
I
the
said.
first
Folk
place.
got
They
off that
knew
bus
what
to
was
see
gonna
that
happen.
fight.
Both them girls
Folk
knew
got
what
off
was
the
gonna
bus to
happen.
see that
Bottom line.
fight.
Yeah,
Folk
they were
got off
on
the
the bus
bus to see
already
that fight.
fussing and fighting with one another on the bus. They were arguing, calling each other out the name. The way she got off aggressive. I'm not saying that the little girl should be charged as in with anything like that, but as far as breaking school protocol, I definitely feel like she should be suspended.
Sure,
That's I don't agree with charging her because I get mom say Jada didn't have any health issues, but guess what? A lot of times when you go do an autopsy, you find out your child had something wrong with them that you did
sure,
not know because it was not bothering your child.
sure.
Yep, that's true
So,
too.
with
True.
that being said, I'm not gonna say that that child should be charged with murder or negligent homicide. I'm not gonna say any of that.
No,
But for not following school protocol, she definitely should be suspended. And the rest of them that was joining in and yelling and hooping and hollering. If you go watch that bus video and you see these kids on there acting a fool, wanting to stir up a fight, then they all need some suspension.
Well,
That's
here's the
just
deal.
me.
okay.
In the
I,
great state of Georgia, there are ordinances now. It's been so bad with the children down here that they have curfews in certain counties. Kids can't be outside till 7. They're meeting up and doing all kinds of crazy things in different parts of Georgia. So they are arresting children. They are getting tired of our children.
Yeah.
They
And
are
you
really tired. So they're going to throw the book at this little girl, even if she doesn't deserve it. She
that's
Uh,
what
keeps
that's
setting
what
a
I'm
precedent.
saying. Yeah, here
They're
in
going to do it
Ohio,
because they're tired over here.
Here in Ohio, they're actually they had just did a thing in our city where the kids have a curfew, but they're holding the parents accountable as well now. Like if your child gets in trouble for being out past the time that they're supposed to be out, I mean, because they down here setting parks on fire and shit. I mean, they just doing a whole bunch of unnecessary shit. So they want to start holding people accountable. But even two basic people,
Good night,
children or
Mama.
not, can get charged with assault when they're in a fight. That's one of the a simple
Yeah,
assault. They're gonna charge that little girl with the
they are.
lowest of the lowest, and it's simple assault. She's not gonna go to jail. She's not gonna get any jail time. She's gonna get suspended, and she's gonna be on a year or two of behavioral probation. That's what's gonna happen. Mark my
That's
And
right,
we
words.
Mama.
don't know what the witness statements say and whether she was part of it and what happened on the bus. Like I said, we all just armchair quarterbacking. Hopefully, there was those buses had cameras on them so we can see what happened on the bus because a lot of school buses do. I don't know if it's mandatory everywhere,
It's mandatory now.
but to see, but to see exactly what happened on the
And
bus,
stop
who
letting your
was
kids watch
involved,
baddies.
who was involved.
Amen.
What she say? I didn't miss it. I'm
Stop
probably
letting
missing
your
it.
kids watch bad. It's because that's what they were acting like.
I
Exactly.
again, we just go back to the
Love
same
and hip
point,
hop,
and it really
Housewives
kind of
of
bothers
Atlanta.
me.
All
It
of
really
them.
kind of bothers me, Marquise,
basketball wives.
when
Okay,
we
we get
get
it. Let's
when we
get
get I'm gonna land my plane on this. It really bothers me when I hear people say things on this conversation on this topic about well, she didn't have a right, she didn't have to retreat, she could stand her ground. Well, people, what did that get her?
correct.
Come on.
What did that get her? I would rather he who uh, fights and runs away lives to fight another day.
Come on.
What did it have her? She could have, and I'm not saying, I understand being bullied. I was bullied. I was a bully. I understand it. But I'm telling you, you have to tell your children, see, because these kids we don't teach our children to value life. We
Yeah.
really don't. Because she had friends and other people saying, girl, just go. Don't
Correct.
fight. Keep the peace.
Multiple.
Keep the peace. But she chose to stand there and say, I've had enough. There comes a time when you have to stand your ground and have enough. But then there's a time when you have to value your life more than you value being right. I always tell people, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? In
Correct.
this case, do you want to be right and
Or do you
stand your
want?
ground, or do you want to go on and live? Because it just hit me like I swear I just saw a vision of that mama standing in her daughter's room, looking through her closet,
Come
trying
on.
to find out what dress or outfit she gonna put on her baby to lay in that
Come
casket.
on.
Mm.
And that hit me like
Mm.
we're not teaching our children not to everything doesn't have to result in you fighting or you having to prove yourself. I am so sick of our children feeling the need that they have to prove themselves if they
Yeah.
some bad
Yeah.
dude or something like
That they the
what are we
baddest one in the
teaching our
street.
children? What are
Yeah,
we
and
teaching our children?
I want to say this too. It's hard for these kids in school. It got a lot different. They definitely going through a lot, and that's why
So
it's so
true.
important to be a present parent and show your kid that you're not going through this alone. Like I'm gonna have your back every time. You do not have to choose to go this way. I'm
Yeah.
going, and if that means going to that bus stop to secure their safety, so your kid don't have to be put in
If
that
it means going
position.
up to that
If
school,
that
going to
going
that
up to that
class,
school and not playing, I sit in that class all day if I got to. Sorry, work, I can't be here today. I have to be there for my child because a lot of the reasons too is a lot of kids don't feel like they don't have enough support, and sometimes that plays a big part, and that's really important.
That's right.
Very important, especially with the way things are going in these schools.
And being an
And a lot of
example for
parents
your
aren't
kids.
there for their kids. They're not setting the example. They're not setting the standards. They're not setting the boundaries. And
Yeah.
I know we talk a lot about back in the day and the village. And I tell people I still believe in the village, but I believe in hand picking mine because
All right.
not all your village is good village. Some of your
That's
village
it.
ain't right.
That's
But you
it.
can pick your village and allow your village to be there that when they see your child out here in the streets acting a monkey, they can go say, hey, 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 I know your mama. Your mama don't play with you. Let's go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And that's part of the problem is that these kids don't have the standards. They don't have the parents that are setting the standards because the parents out here fighting and
Wow.
acting
Now.
a fool and doing everything but the right thing in front of their kids and upholding their kids when they're wrong. And that's what's wrong with our generation. And I'm not making it about color. I'm really not. But it's our kids that are at such a even more disadvantage today than their counterparts are, because we are not raising our kids.
But
All
see,
We
you
right.
are
speak
trying to
of
be their
village.
friends. We're
We don't
trying
want to do the
to hang
jobs.
out with them. We're trying to make sure they got the newest pair of Jordans on every week. They
Yeah.
got the newest iPhone. They got BB this and Lululemon and all that stuff like that, versus making sure they know how to go out here and be decent human beings.
Come on now.
Yeah, and
That's the problem with our youth today.
But we
There's
don't
no
Uh,
want the
value of
village
life.
either, because most of
No,
us
that's the
are
problem with
scared
the
of these
parents today,
kids.
not the
they're
I
kids.
ain't scared
scared
of
of the
nothing I
kids,
gave birth
and
to.
Scared
they're
of the
scared
kids.
of
Can we
they're
really
scared of
talk
I'm
the
not
about
scared
that?
of nothing I gave birth to.
That must
I'm
be
scared of
you,
my
okay,
because
children.
there's
I
okay,
a
got
lot
okay,
of
five.
okay.
people
Hold
that don't
on,
want to go
people.
tay to tay with these here
I think
children.
my
Hold on. We got a couple of
that.
people that have popped in, have been waiting for a while, so let's give them an opportunity to speak. CC, go. Cecilia, go right ahead, and then
My
we'll
bad,
jump up in
Cecilia.
your Go ahead, Cecilia. Going once, going twice, going up to lower ninth. Go ahead. You got it.
What's happening? Did anybody on the panel actually see the complete video?
I did 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah, I
Yes.
have it
Haven't
on my
seen it.
page. Yeah, Jada got what she signed up for. Plain and simple. She talked the whole. When I saw it, I first saw like a post on Facebook.
Mm.
Saying that
Mm.
she was the victim of bullying,
Oh yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
And so I went and looked up the video. Like, wait a minute, she the bully. She was the
What?
bully. She was the one acting a fool. I gotta see what's up. I gotta see what's up. That girl, she didn't even know who she was arguing with. The girl was like 100 feet away, and her friend pointed out, "That's her over there." Cause she didn't even know who she was arguing with. These are words that came out of her own mouth. She just the girl on the front of the bus yelling and screaming at somebody back in the back. She didn't even know what the girl looked like. So she wasn't being bullied. She was the bully. She walked back and forth, talking crap, right? And then when her friend, and they did the boy, I can't think of what the boy name was. It Marquise?
It was yeah, it was something with an M. I know,
He
but
came
he
over
kept
there and
asking
talking
for
about,
peace. Yeah.
yeah, he
Yeah, yeah.
asking for peace, and they did him like Roger of the
Yeah,
sister.
exactly. Go
Go
home,
home,
whatever your name
Roger.
is.
Yeah,
Yep.
go home.
Yep.
They hit him with that. She got what she deserved. Not that she
We,
deserved to
we
pass
can't say
away.
it like that.
Yeah,
We
No, no,
can't
that's
no,
say
no.
she
crazy.
deserved
Well,
to
she
pass. We
got
can't
she
say
got
that.
what she was looking for.
I don't think she was looking to
Can't
pass.
say that
No,
part
no, no.
either, because we don't know what
She was
happened
looking for
prior to.
no, no. Oh wait, she the one that was looking for a fight. Instead of walking back and forth, she should have walked her butt home.
Now she could have went home. Now
Right.
we all gonna agree. I
So
mean, yeah,
that little girl, like you said, was half her size.
half her size.
And so she kept saying, "Well, I'm trying to see what's up with you." Well, I know what I want, basically. And she ran up on a little girl and yanked her hair out of her head. She went at
Yeah.
her so fast that she flipped over and hit her own
And
self on the
caused that
ground.
injury to the back of her head.
Yeah, she
That
hurt
is what I
herself.
saw. Correct.
Yeah, so no, nobody was bullying her. When she saw that girl was half her size, she like, oh, I could take her on in front of everybody and embarrass her. Ripped all the girl hair out of her head. So
Yeah.
no,
Now I can't say that she wasn't bullied at the school, but in this
Exactly. We
particular
don't know what
video,
happened prior to this.
right? But in this video, she did look like the aggressor. She did not
yeah,
look.
No,
yeah, she
no,
was
she
totally the
did, but
aggressor.
I want to bring back up. I'm trying to tell y'all with the whole them getting off at that bus stop when they weren't supposed to. I'm trying to tell y'all what went on that bus with
Something
little
went on
girls.
before that.
Yes, little girls do this all the time. Grown women do this. They clump up in a group and they did and get to talk and stuff. That's why all them kids got off that bus stop, because they knew what was going to happen. They was being nosy. Everybody wanted to see what was going to
Stop
happen.
us, folks. Stop the
Mm,
screen.
And
But
what
she
happened
still could have
was
just walked
unfortunate.
away. She
She
still
she
could have just went home.
wait, hold on, D. I'm not saying that she shouldn't have. I'm not
Oh,
saying that she
this
couldn't have.
wasn't worth it.
It wasn't worth it. It
It
was,
wasn't
but
worth it.
listen, let me tell y'all something. a lot of us and a lot of our kids, and I know me when I was younger, my mom used to tell me all the time, sometimes you gotta bump your head to find out. And unfortunately, this
Oh,
bump
well, that's
did
exactly what
not,
she did. That's what
this
she
bump
did.
she
Talk to the
can't
Lord.
come,
Stop.
she can't
Whoever
come
said
back
that gonna
from.
stop. My back was turned. Who said that? Was that you, Marquise?
That was not me. That was
She,
Lord.
You
Now,
know
I
what?
did not
she
say
I
that.
want you
she
to
can't
stop
come
right now.
back from it, and it's
I didn't say
unfortunate.
that.
That popped in my
But
mind, but I wasn't
hopefully
gonna
this
say it.
is
I
hopefully
wasn't gonna
this is
say
a
it.
lesson that other kids can see and learn and understand, since they want to be on in the internet all the time. See what happened in this situation. Go talk to your parents and see what you can do other than
Lord have
engaging in
mercy.
physical altercation and things like that. But I'll tell you one thing for certain, two things for sure. Being somebody who been in that position, I'm not gonna be too harsh on Jada because I've been there, done that, and I know how that feeling feel. I know how it feel to feel like, okay, you just gotta prove something. And like I said, I just thank God that I'm up out of that I didn't end up like that, because it could have been that way for sure.
And you know, Breezy, what I
All
wanted
I'm
to
gonna
say
say
was
is
I
this.
hope that the
Well,
people
you ain't
gonna
gonna say nothing, Africa, because we got Pretty down at the bottom that want to speak. Go
I
ahead.
am gonna let her speak, but I was just gonna say that even if she did go home, who's to say this wasn't gonna happen tomorrow, next week,
I'm
next
trying
month?
to tell you, you know how these group of girls be, man. These little
Again, I'm
bears.
going back to the mama on that. Your mama and your daddy have a duty and responsibility to ensure your safety. If you know your child was in danger, your butt should have got up out your bed, off that couch, watching your
I
stories,
agree with
and
that
walked
too.
your tail
she
up to that
ran up
bus
I
there when
agree
stop
her
with
and
that
daughter
made sure
too.
your
passed
baby
out.
made it
Mm-hmm.
home.
She ran up there when the friend came to the house and told her
Correct.
Jada had fell out. So why, if your daughter, my child gets there, I'm sorry, my child getting done wrong. Like people talked about that man that got on that bus and confronted that little girl about his daughter.
As he
That's
Yeah.
what it would
should.
need. Keep your hands
Nah.
off my child. Leave me, because I'm more concerned with that kids are committing smoothicide behind this bullying. That's how
Mm-hmm.
serious this is. So yeah, if you knew your daughter was getting, but okay, why ain't
Got
you
the
up at the
screen,
school?
folks.
Why ain't you going up to that school? Why ain't you volunteering at that school? Why aren't you trying to intervene and say, hey, what is going on with these young black girls going back and forth at each other? Like, what can we do to stop this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you not more proactive? Again, folk waiting for the school to do their job. I'm not putting the responsibility of protecting or raising my child in the hands of somebody else. You should have been there.
Yeah.
Somebody else should have made an effort to get there and figure out what the heck was going on. But I hope this becomes a teachable moment for that school and
I
for
like
that
that.
community. They need to be having all types of
Absolutely.
classes, all types of assemblies to talk about bullying, to talk about fighting, to talk about, whatever they need to talk about. This needs to be a part of every high school curriculum because it's going on too much. And
I
too
like
many
it.
kids are like this, unaliving due to violence or unaliving to self-harm because they're getting cyberbullied and they're getting bullied at school. And just like they opioid crisis, they need to put something into dealing with this because our children should be safe at school.
I like
If they're
that.
not safe, our children should be safe at home, at church, and at school. And if they can't be safe at them three places, then what type of damn society do we have?
I like it. Very good. Pretty girl, we're ready for you. Please jump on in because we on fire tonight.
Hey, so yeah, I disagree with dude up there saying the little mama deserved to die and all of that. She's a child for one,
I
Absolutely.
take
and
that back, sister. I don't mean it like that.
yeah, that's fine. And you know, she a kid, she a child. Things happen. It's common to see these kids fight nowadays. I see it's more of a trend than anything. But you
Yeah.
know, she gone already. You know, she was brain dead when she hit the ground or whatever. And old girl hit her. Little mama was gone right then and there. Before they even got her to the hospital, her brain and stuff was bleeding. So my
Yeah.
condolences to her family and her mother because I have daughters. So I know how it feels. Also, then lost a brother to gun violence as well. So I also know how that feel as well to take all those losses. Um, so yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. If it was me, I would have been up at that school long before them kids even got up out of there. I would have been waiting right at the gate for their
Absolutely.
mama, they daddy, they auntie,
That's
uncle,
it.
cousin, whomever. They would have had to just bring it, come in that mouth for, because it wouldn't have went like that. It would have went a
Absolutely.
whole nother way, and they wouldn't have been on that school bus either. All type of stuff be going down on them buses with them kids. Kids is
Correct.
not kids no more, like it used to
Correct.
be.
Correct.
Did you see the video?
I absolutely seen it. Yep, and I didn't want to watch it
Did,
too many times. One time was
yeah,
enough.
did who appeared to you in the video to be the bully?
Not the girl that passed.
Well, all right. What
No,
did she
not the
say?
bully. Who appeared to be the
Who appeared
aggressor
to be the
in the
bully in
video?
the video? Yeah.
The aggressor in the video.
No, I don't agree with that.
No,
You
you
didn't
didn't
see
answer it either.
you didn't see her actions as aggressive at all.
Not at all. No, not aggressive to that point. Not aggressive to that point. Well, she had the, you know what I'm saying, do that like that to that little girl. Absolutely not.
No,
She
no.
didn't even look
See,
like she was no aggressor
you
at
try to
all.
dance
Her
around
mother
it.
said that she was a.
Say what you
Can
saw. Say
I
what you
talk
saw.
though? Like I gave everybody a
Say
chance
what
to
you
talk.
saw.
Like I
I'm
gave
not
everybody a chance
gonna
to talk.
assume she was a bully. Now she might have been a little overboard. I heard her mouth. I heard what she said, but that doesn't necessarily make you a bully. Because again, as we said, we don't know what precipitated before this behavior happened. So what I can say was, I saw somebody that was tired, aggravated, and was dealing with
Mhm.
whatever she had. But I would not say that's a bully just because she got off talking her smack and
By
her
her
rah rah.
words,
I didn't
by her
know. That's
I'm
not
words,
the
not.
word I would use.
did
I
she
said
sound
who
aggressive
appeared
to
to be the
you?
aggressor in that. At first glance, had you not known the circumstances before you went into
I
that
still wouldn't have
video,
called her a bully.
I
What
didn't
would you
say
The
call her?
bully.
What
I
would you
said
call
who
her?
I didn't
appeared
say
to
you
be
said it though.
who looked like the aggressor in the
I didn't
situation.
say you said bully. I'm just replying to whoever's calling her a bully.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
saying I
that's
saw the
not what I'm
message with
saying
the
at
all
bully
right.
all.
comment.
He asked you now who looked like the aggressor in that video.
Without you knowing this story, because everybody
She
y'all
was
went in
still, and I
biased to begin.
said she would be the one, but somebody
Yeah.
called her a bully too, and I said
No,
I'm
no,
not
no,
gonna
no. I'm not
call her a
agreeing with that.
bully.
I'm not agreeing with that.
I'm not gonna
But
call her a bully. She might have been aggressive. She might have
she
talked
was
her
definitely
anything, but she's not
she was very much the
not a
aggressor.
bully. I'm not gonna call her a bully. Aggressive,
No,
okay, cool, but bully, I'm not gonna call her that.
yeah, she was very much
So,
the
host, I
aggressor.
have
Bottom
a
line,
question.
Hey,
everybody
I
get
have a
off the bus because
question.
they own stop. This never happens.
You saying for sure that she the aggressor, right? The aggressor, right? Because
Because of that
no,
moment.
I'm
Again,
just saying.
without knowing the backstory, anybody that would have watched that video blind would have thought this girl was
Okay,
the
I can agree
aggressor.
with
Now
that.
let's
I
just
can
be
agree, right?
honest.
I can agree with that. I'm just
That's what I
saying,
said. I can agree with that
hypothetical.
part.
There are situations too, right? And I don't know if any of y'all have been in them. We all grown, where some people throw rocks and hide their hands, right? So who knows? Like what Miss said under me. Who knows what happened on that bus? And
sure.
then when the situation approached itself, now everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got tight, and it's like, okay, well, maybe this is not what we want to do. And now she on that type of time. Not
Can she
saying that
get
it was
tired?
okay, because bottom line is, yes, she should have walked away. But like I said, we all sit
And
there
what
and say that, and there have been circumstances. I don't care what nobody say, where maybe not for everybody, where there was a time where you didn't, and I think we need to take that into consideration. I think that is
Absolutely.
very sad what happened to Jada, but I'm still standing on they both were engaged. They both were in it.
Absolutely.
They're gonna get everybody for
They
being
both
involved with
was
that.
wrong.
They
That
were
They
we
both
both
was
was. They
wrong.
let's
both.
agree to
That's
disagree
what I
there.
need
They
people
both
to.
was
That's all
wrong.
I'm saying. Let's that is
how
not
was
the
Jada
story that
wrong
was.
when those two girls weren't even supposed to be up off that bus?
Jada went wrong for grabbing that girl. For grabbing that girl by
And ripping
pulling the
her
hair
hair
out of her
out.
head.
She may have been wrong for
That
that, but
child was that
they had
child
no
was half
business
her
getting up off
size.
that bus.
That
That was
child
Jada
couldn't have been
stop.
more than 98
I don't
pounds.
care
She
about no
knew.
size,
Look,
man. That size
host,
Cause
stuff
I'm
is
gonna
I'm
put the
host.
mad
bigger
at
the
That
tree.
you.
The,
that
That ain't
girl,
got nothing to
that
do with it.
girl was over a
Nothing to
hundred
do with
feet
it.
away from. That girl was over 100 feet away from her from the
I'm not gonna
video.
lie. I'm not turning
Can
my
I
back on
finish?
a
Can I
group of
finish?
girls.
Wait.
You can.
All right. That girl was over 100 feet away from her and wasn't saying a mumbling
Was
word
not
She
to
wasn't no
even
her.
100
engaged in
feet
the
away.
conversation.
She wasn't
That
no
girl,
100 feet away.
brother,
And plus, she walked across the
wait,
street
brother. You
toward
know
the
how far away
girl.
100 feet
Let me
is?
finish. Let me finish. She walked
I
across the
wasn't
street
finished. You talked
toward.
over me,
They walked toward each other. They
brother.
walked
You
toward
talked
each
over
other.
me. You said let you finish. I was the one talking.
Yeah, but they walked toward each other.
Okay, so you just gonna say it anyway? Okay.
I
That
did. I said it. I said it. You right.
yeah. You
I
already
said
said it.
Continue though.
All right. If you see,
Look
if
like we
you
Go
see
about to
that,
ahead,
have
man. I'm
another
sorry.
fight.
Go
look,
ahead.
if you see that video, that girl is over 100 feet
Someone
away.
hit my virtual hand.
Yeah, 100 feet. 100 feet isn't that far away, but she's over 100 feet away from her. That girl isn't saying a mumbling word to her. She's not saying anything to her. And that other girl that's with her pointed out and say, "That's her right there." Because Jada said in the video she was just yelling on the bus. She don't even know who she was talking to. Those are her words. So don't add in other stuff. Her words said she was just yelling on the bus and don't even know she was arguing with. That's Jada's words. And then her friend said, "Oh, that's the girl right there." And then Jada started yelling to the girl first. The girl didn't say anything to her. So y'all
So
been
why didn't the
dressing up.
girl walk away?
Right.
They
What?
and that's and that's the
We
Okay.
thing.
all want Jada to
No,
walk
that's
away.
the
Why nobody else walk
No, no,
away?
exactly
no.
that's
Right.
If you saw the video, Jada was
I
walking
saw
back.
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
look,
I seen the
Was
video
and that
too.
side and that
was
size
Jada
thing.
pacing back and forth instead of walking home?
And she was, but then everybody else, if they was at their right bus
Right.
stop, they could have walked home too.
Right.
Right.
That's all.
Even
But
even if
but
they
That's
lived
ev-
on the block,
I'm
they could have went
sorry.
home.
wait. So the girl should have walked home. But it's okay for Jada to.
I didn't
She
say the
just
No,
Jada
said
no,
walked
both
no,
of
home.
So
I
no.
them
you
said
said
should have
why
what?
didn't
walked
the other
home.
I didn't
person
finish
walk
my
home?
sentence. So I didn't say what?
That,
I didn't even finish my sentence.
Lo, I told you, me and you were gonna have to fight for our life. I've been fighting
Right.
for my life the
They
whole
they they
night.
yelling.
So I'm gonna
She
help
trying
you
to.
fight, brother. I'm gonna help
Yeah,
you
she trying
fight.
to
They
read
don't
ahead
want
of.
us in here.
Yeah, I ain't even said the words yet. And you fighting. Jada
Go
paced
ahead. I'm
back
gonna
and
help you
forth.
fight, brother. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Jada paced back and forth 5 or 6 times before the other girl was even in the view. Right? She could have walked home. No, she stood there because she wanted to fight. She stood there because she wanted to fight.
Oh, she wanted to look good on camera. One,
Right. Showing out for the camera and
she was
Well,
showing out for the
But
video.
yeah.
that size.
and that's fine, but everybody could have walked to their houses.
Everybody
Like
could have went
y'all want,
home.
I'm still
Okay.
gonna say
Well,
y'all wanted Jada to go home.
Right.
Y'all wanted
Right.
her to live to fight another day. All the other kids
you
could have
didn't
walked
want
to
her to
their
do that?
prospective homes and got their parents. Hey, this girl trying to fight us. She with the rah rah out
Right.
here. We not trying to fight her. Mama, can you go talk to her mama? So it wasn't just even if y'all saying Jada should have went on home. The same thing for the other girls too. They could have went
I
home. So
agree.
guess what? They didn't have to fight today either. Walk to your house. Long as Jada don't touch you, you ain't got nothing to worry about.
Hmm.
The moment she touch you,
Yeah,
then you do
There
well,
you
what you
go.
have to do.
That's
When
But
my
Jada
and
But
that's
touched
what
her,
they
but
she
should
I'm
have
really
been
touched
trying
her
doing
to
though,
if
Jada
right?
right
nobody
there.
tried
And
to
But
walk
that's
but
why
home.
when
in the
Jada
great state
when
of
Jada
Georgia, they're
touched
gonna
her, she
throw the
really
book at
touched her
them
though, didn't
girls.
she?
I'm
She
gonna try.
did, but again, she didn't
Yeah.
try to go home. From what I see, a bunch
Well,
of
I
them
mean,
was just hanging
she said, "I
around.
got these hands." She said, "I
I'm
got
Yeah.
these
Again,
hands."
and
She got
those are
those hands
words.
and she
And
ripped the
those
girl
are
hair out
words.
too.
Took a hat out of her head,
I'm trying to
slung her like a
understand
rag
why the
doll.
size matters though. Like why do
Size
Why
you
the size
absolutely
matter?
matters.
it
Size,
don't.
I have fought
my,
No, it
some
my
don't
people
daughter
matter.
bigger than
98
me, and I
pounds,
done beat
4
them
foot
up.
11. I
So
don't want nobody this big attacking her. No.
I done been in a fight before, and the girl was way bigger than me, and I tore her down. So I mean,
Well,
size
I
really
ain't
The
gonna
don't
hold
size
matter.
you.
don't matter.
Whether
If you
I'm
got
not
these
gonna.
hands,
my daughter don't have
Now
hands, so that's not
now
good.
I'm
size
My
not.
don't
daughter
matter.
don't fight.
I'm not gonna hold
Yeah,
you.
now
My daughter
size
not a
don't
fighter,
matter.
so yes,
I'm not gonna
size would
hold you.
absolutely
In
matter.
high school, I got expelled and charged as an adult my senior year, and I got bodied. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I don't lie. I got bodied by a set of twins that were 2 times the size as me. One of me, two of them. I still got charged because of our age difference. And host said, you feel me? I ain't have to beat her that day at school. And I knew what was gonna happen when I went to the school the next day. Cause the day before that, we was online talking trash to each other. So I knew what was gonna happen. I walked myself into that situation, turned around and tried to say that they jade me. They 2 times, 3 times bigger than me. Whole time now I'm the one in court. I'm the one expelled. I'm the one getting charged as an adult because they was minors. So it's like we do gotta you do gotta take accountability
Wait,
at the
you
day.
beat up on some little
Them girls.
girls?
No, what? Did
That's what
I
I
You
beat
beat up
heard.
on some little
did I beat
girls?
up
You
on
picking
some
on
little
these
girl?
little children?
I am 18. Man, them girls could have ate me. I don't want to hear that. They
No, no,
bodied
no.
me. I'm
Wait,
talking about
how
all in
old
the
are you?
How
house.
old were these babies
They
you were
folded,
picking on,
listen, y'all,
Bree?
because y'all think I'm being for real. They folded me into them lockers. No
Wait, no.
hesitation, with
You're not
ease.
answering either.
See,
How old
With
were
that's the
you?
ease.
question, Bree.
How old
How
were
old were
you
these
and how old were
babies? Were they
they?
12?
They was 17, I was 18.
Okay.
And
Oh,
you
they was
didn't have enough
adults. They
sense
was
to
adults.
you didn't have enough sense to not fight twins.
Man, what?
I know.
Listen, y'all. That's the part of thinking you tough, right? I had walked in the hallway and I said, "Ooh, who about to fight?" Everybody had their phones out. I'm thinking I'm finna watch a fight. Whole time I'm about to be in a fight. I looked and them girls both jumped on me. I blinked and I was inside of a locker. Over with. I'm thinking I'm I'm finna be okay. I'm finna.
Wait. You got Molly Wop and charged?
Tap the screen, folks.
Yes,
Got 125
yes,
people in the
by
room. Let's
two
move it up to
twins. They
75K,
tag
please.
teamed the hell out of me. Went right into that locker. I went to court. They charged me as an adult. I got charged with like a $600 fine, a year of behavioral probation, 162 hours of community service, and I couldn't graduate.
Hey,
They hit me with all that.
newsflash.
Yeah.
You were an
Yeah, but
adult.
but but that's
You
what I'm
were an
saying.
adult. You were
I
You
went to
are a
18.
grown woman picking on
You were
babies.
18. You were supposed
man.
to get charged as an adult.
Them was the Gross sisters. I don't care nothing
But you
about
you
none of
were
y'all grown
18.
sisters on
You were
here.
A
18.
grown woman picking on children.
The
You think we
Gross
supposed to
sisters.
feel sorry for you? We don't.
No, no, the Gross sisters. I don't give a. They was the bullies. I don't want to hear. I don't hear. I don't care about nothing y'all talking about. They was the bullies.
Wait.
Yeah,
So you thought you was supposed to
taking
get
my
charged
lunch
as
and
a
shit.
child?
They was
Did you
taking
think
my
you was supposed to get
lunches. I don't
charged
want
as
to
a
hear nothing
child
y'all
at
talk about.
18?
I can't breathe.
Did you think you was supposed to get charged as a child at 18?
Huh?
Picking with that baby. Them cute
You
little
you
twins.
do you
Man,
think you was
Man,
supposed to get
try
charged as a
fighting
y'all ever
tea
see
and
child
the
at
y'all ever
18?
see the
tomatoes.
Proud
Fight for her
family?
life.
The sisters from the Proud family? Yeah, it gave that. There ain't no
Okay.
way y'all taking my lunches every day. I'm tired of this bullshit.
You better stop cussing.
You won't do that again.
Hell,
Uh-uh.
I sure won't. You won't catch me as an adult. Nope, 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 nope. Sure won't.
We got 119 people in the room. Please tap the screen. We should be well past the 100K mark. I'm very disappointed in you all sitting there enjoying the show and not doing your job. I don't beg for money. You ain't heard me ask for a dime all night, but I do need you to use them fingers if you're enjoying the show, which has been great thus far. Please continue to tap that screen. Let's move this thing on up. Why I gotta be messy? I'm just saying, she up here beating up Tia and
Stop
Tamara. That's not right.
lying. You're lying.
That's not right. I love
Yeah,
Tia and
yeah, the man
Tamara.
Y'all would have felt bad
put
when
it in the
y'all
headlock.
should have seen me get folded in them lockers. I was salty. I said, you know what?
Jesus.
I swear to God, I would pick the whole side.
She says, oh boy, said she got mollywopped. That's it.
All right, folks. I do need you guys to tap the screen. I got one other subject I want to handle. I'm trying to decide: do we need to cut now, or do I want to take on the next topic or not? I could save it for Sunday's show. If you guys will agree to tap me on up, then we'll stay on and do the second topic. But if the lights are not gonna move, then we can end here. I got to get
For
up and
some
go
reason, it's
fix
not
it.
letting me tap.
What's that?
It's not letting me tap. When I
Burn
tap, it's
what?
not
Maybe
letting me.
because you're in the box. I don't know.
No, he has to tap on that
Oh, you got to
background
tap
picture.
me. You have to tap
No,
my
tap that
box.
background.
Yeah.
That background is the only way you can tap. I was trying
Start
to.
saying next topic. Yeah, y'all want me to do another topic, but you guys are not even tapping me up. I mean, come on, we got
I'm tapping.
123 people in the
I'm
room.
tapping.
I'm not
Tapping.
talking. I listen. If you're doing your job, then what I'm saying does not apply to you.
Sure. Make it clear
Listen,
then.
Bree, don't beat me up like you did those babies in high
See, I
school.
should
I
never
got your back, Breezy.
Nah,
Breezy, I got
them
your back.
babies
Don't worry
to
mollywop
about
help
it.
you.
me. That's what should have happened.
I
Breezy,
see
I
you
got your
still
back.
very
Don't worry about it.
aggressive.
Thank you.
Cause Marquise be a little trippy over here
She's
sometimes. I
so
got your back.
aggressive.
He
I thought she would
aggressive
have
too.
lost. I
Don't worry
thought she would have
about it.
lost some of that steam when them twins got hold to her.
Right. I need to
Man,
call Tia
they
Tamara
did
back.
they did me so dirty, y'all. I got my get back though. I ain't gonna
Was
hold
it the
y'all.
ghetto twins? You know they
Huh?
from New Orleans.
The
It
gross
might have been
no,
Mary
they
Kate and
was the
Ashley
gross
Olsen.
twins.
It might be them Olsen twins. That's probably
Nah,
why they look
man. These
bad now.
listen, even to this day, we
We're
are
bad.
done. We are 28 years old, and people know not to deal with these girls. I'm trying to tell y'all, they are
Oh,
a
that was the
menace.
ghetto twins. That's what that
Yes.
was.
They're trying to destroy their reputation now that we know
I
she was
came,
the
I came,
bully.
I came out here from Wisconsin. I didn't even know what this shit was coming out here. I
You
had to
kid
do
on the
my
Tap the
block.
best.
screen, folks. Let's move it on up close. Look, I'm not changing topics till we get to the 100K mark. Since I guess I got to hold you all hostage.
Well, guess what, Marquise? I got my locks retired today, man. They was nice too. Nothing
Oh,
like
they
a
look
fresh
good.
retwist. Yeah,
I
a
can't. I gotta
retire.
wait a little while. We got some big coming up, so I gotta. I got to sacrifice. So I'll be wearing this hat for a couple of weeks.
Oh, I couldn't wait that long. I had done been 9 weeks without a retire on these micro locks. It was time.
Oh yeah. All right, people, keep tapping that screen. Let's move it on up to that 100K mark, and then we will open up the next topic of the night, which
Now
is a
this
very
dude
deep one.
said 70K
Very
and
serious.
he done jumped another 30K. Oh my,
I
come
said
on, y'all.
100.
You had said 70 in the comments.
Okay, well, we got 117 people here that's been sitting here
Y'all,
enjoying the
can y'all go
show.
ahead and do what this young man is asking us to do
Thank you
so he
very much.
don't sit
We
up
don't need
here.
25,000 taps. That is nothing with 117 people sitting here. Tap it up.
Tap y'all screen, please.
While we're waiting to get to that 100K mark, I guess we can go ahead and go straight down the list. Give me your final thoughts on this as we transition over to the next subject. The next subject is it's going to be a trigger warning that goes along with it. It does deal with the
Oh my lord.
unaliving of an infant. So if that's going to be too heavy for you, please feel free to leave the show and come back on Sunday for subscriber only
Now
Sunday
come
or
back
back
on
next
Friday.
Friday. So,
Come back on next
uh,
Friday. We got
yeah,
enough
but
people on
yeah,
subscribers
it's gonna be
only.
it's very deep now. It's very very deep. So that's the trigger warning for the next topic, and that'll be the last one of the night. But in the meantime, I need you guys to move me on up to that 100K mark, and then we'll open it up. Mom's 20, the baby brand spanking new. Very tragic story. I put the video up right before I came on, so if you haven't already seen it after the show end, please watch it, like it, comment, and repost. Make sure you watch it all the way to completion. You guys know I took a big break from this app when my mother-in-law passed, so they're just starting to push me back out in the algorithm. So I need you all help. So whenever you see those videos, again, I've done my job. Same quality, same content, same guys. So just do what you do when you see me out there. Like, comment, repost. Appreciate it. All right, DP. As we're trying to get up to that 100K mark, please give me your final thoughts on this particular situation. Although I think you've wrapped it up a couple of times, but one last time for those who are just joining us as we're moving up to that 100K mark.
My final thoughts are that we just have to do better as a community. You know, this is, you got
Tap it
this,
up.
you got those three boys, and what they did to that girl
Yeah.
what? And I know our society as a whole
And
is tough.
Florida. All these
And
stories are coming out of Florida. The next one is out of Florida. I ain't never moved. There's some in that water.
Yeah, something is going on with that Florida water, but
Yeah.
we as a community, as a culture, we have got to do better. Because what's sad about it is that even if there were adults there that intervened, you'd have had these people's mamas coming, don't touch my child. You
Don't be
don't touch
touching my kid. Don't you say nothing to my baby.
you want to
Yeah.
get me, yada, yada, yada. We can't even talk to people's children anymore.
Yeah.
Because not only are the children going to cuss you out, but then the adults. We as a society, as America needs to do better, but we as the black culture, we got to do better with raising our kids. But it's sad because like Bernie Mac said, ain't no more big mamas. Like I said, you a mama at 15, a grandmama at 30, a great grandmama at 45. Like
Yeah.
they don't have a chance to grow into the girls into their womanhood, the men into boys into their manhood, and how to be responsible. And you know what I mean? And they're not learning how to just be, we're not teaching them how to be decent people. And then even if we do, we have so many influences bombarding our children. I'll never forget when one of my kids told me, one of my foster sons, and I was just talking to him one day, and he's an adult, and I said, dude, you got in trouble. I said, where did I go wrong? I thought I did a great job with you. And he said, Pops, he said, you raised us right. He said, I chose to do bad. I chose to do the things I did. It's not that you didn't teach me, you taught me. I just made a choice to do the wrong thing. And we need to start, getting to our children to say the choices you need to make are the right choices, not the wrong choices. When I hear, well, Jada didn't have to walk away and the other girls could have walked away, everybody should have just walked away. Everybody should have stayed on the bus, walked away from the bus. The bus driver maybe should have did more. You know what I mean? I'm like, and if somebody says somebody's mama was up there wanting the phone, I'm like, what the heck are we doing? If somebody's mama is up there to watch your child fight, I remember when one of my kids, that same kid that told me that, he called me because when they got out of school, he went over to the Burger King was next door, and the dude in there was talking reckless to him. I must have jumped up there. I said, no, you ain't got to do nothing. I'm the adult. Baby, I jumped in my car and ran up there right quick and told dude, okay, what's up? What's popping? Why are you talking to my kid sideways? What's going on? First thing I said was, what did he do wrong? Because you're the adult. told my child to hush. What did my child do wrong from your perspective? And then he wanted to get all loud with me. I'm like, okay, I see it's you. So I told him, bring your ass up behind that counter. We can deal with this right now. But I told my child, I'm the adult. I'll deal with the adults. This is what we're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're dealing with in this society. And I'll land with, we just got to do better by our children. We got to.
I appreciate it. Very good. Lo, we ready for you. Give me your final thought on this as we transition over to yet another serious topic.
Yeah. Teach your children to walk away.
Yeah.
It's a tragic story that this happened. But also a lot of children carry weapons now. You don't know what the other person thinking and what they got on them.
Yeah.
Teach your child to walk away. Fight
Hey,
another day. I actually covered this on my show the other day too, and I like I said, I saw the entire video, and I don't believe she was being bullied. I believe from the video in her own mouth that she was the one that was the aggressor. She wanted to fight, especially after she saw that the girl was smaller than her. She ripped the girl's hair out her head, and she was so aggressive that she hurt herself. The way she ran up on that girl. She ran at that girl so hard, when she hit her, she flipped over her. So it's tragic that happened. I pray for the family. I pray for the other girl because, whether she was the cause of it or not, it's always going to be in the back of her mind that she took part in the passing of another child. So keep the family lifted.
I like it. There are no winners in this, honestly. We all know that. She might look. Jada won the fight and lost her life, and now you've affected everybody around you. The other girl that was in the fight with her will never be the same. You understand? So we hitting on the high marks. We're speculating in places, but yes, this is a tragedy. Any way you look at it, you know what I mean. But again, unfortunately, we do have to continue to have these conversations around bullying, around parenting or lack thereof, around child safety and how to achieve that. So that was the true purpose in this. Of course, we have to do what we have to do, and unfortunately, I just can't lean into the narrative that's been painted because, for me, the video didn't reflect what was what was being said. The narrative that is attempted to be painted. So again, I don't agree with 100%, but I'm pretty close to a lot. I agree with a lot that my previous panelists said. But go ahead, Miss G Lo. We ready for you.
Hey guys, I'm a mom, I'm a teacher. I'm here in Georgia, and this hurts on so many different levels.
Yeah.
The biggest hurt is that it's not the kid's fault. It's the parents.
Blame the mammies and daddies. Agreed.
That's where I'm at.
That's where it starts.
That's where I'm at with this. If we start holding these parents accountable and we start jailing them instead of the children, maybe we can't send them to parenting class. They won't go. They're not listening to mamas and aunties and people that know. They're not listening to the elders. They don't want to hear nothing from us. So, okay, I can show you better than I can tell you. We need to change some of these laws and put these parents, make them lose what they want, their freedom. They don't want to parent. They don't want to be a mama. They don't want to be a daddy. So, okay, now you go sit down and think about how you did this to this child, because these children are gone. They're gone. Right. There's no parenting happening. So we gonna lock up the babies because of the actions of their parents? Nah, the parents got to go. The parents got to feel it. I don't take their wages, garnish, share them, do whatever it is to make them feel something that they got to do their job.
Come on now.
The schools can't do it for them. The police can't do it for them because all we're gonna do, like I have friends at the offices. I said, listen, I get them first, you get them next. And that's sad that we talking like this about our children of color.
Thank you, Miss Bloom.
So I'm gonna leave it with this, and people may not be a popular opinion, but I say all the parents need to go. All the parents need to go to jail. Every last parent need to sit down somewhere and think about what they did not do.
I like it.
So I'm for solutions at this point. And condolences to the family, even though they in the wrong too, because they obviously Jada picked up something somewhere.
Come on now.
So I'm gonna leave
Or
it
they,
alone.
what they say, the apple and the tree,
I'm gonna leave
and
it
and, and,
alone.
and both and both them apples was rotten.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I said what I said.
You
I don't
got
care.
it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to
Hey, I'm
bed.
fighting with your
Yeah,
friend.
bro, I'm going to bed because this
That-
thing heavy. This thing deep.
It's getting there. It's getting there. Vern, we're ready for you. We only need 8,000 more taps and we'll be ready to move on to the next topic, which is equally heavy and even more tragic. Again, this is involving a brand new newborn baby out of Florida. Unalived. Tragically, again, it's gonna that this portion does this portion of the show does come with a trigger warning. So again, we'll be rotating the boxes throughout the duration of the show, but we got to get to that 100K mark to move on to the next subject. If we don't, and if we don't do it shortly, I'm going to bed. Vern, go ahead and tap that R. Go ahead with your thoughts. Hey, Crystal, come on up. I hadn't seen you in a while.
Well, I mean, there's no right, there's just a terrible, tragic situation.
Mm-hmm.
We all got to just, we all got to stop looking for who's right, who's wrong in this situation, and just understand that, like I think DP said it. Everybody's saying the same thing. We got to raise our kids better,
Got to do it.
and we got to, we got to be the parents. We got to be the grandparents. We got to be, whatever you are to that person, whatever you are to that kid that's walking up the street that you see every day, and you saying hi to him while you standing on your front porch, you know. And if you see something going on in your neighborhood, be present. I mean, don't sit there and watch them fight. I'd rather
Yeah,
walk out there and break that fight up than to watch that little girl lose her life.
that's it.
I've lived mine. I'm just telling you, I lived mine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that don't mean I want them to get pew pewed or something like that. But I've lived my life. I think I'm okay to go across the street and try to break up a fight. If somebody pulls something out, we'll deal with that as it comes. Okay, but we're gonna pray that doesn't happen. We're gonna pray that I can break it up and people can go on about their business and live another day.
I like it.
Because we can't allow our kids to take over for us and run this country if they're gonna act like this.
Amen.
What does that put? What does that put the black folks in America?
Mm-hmm.
We can't
Agreed.
have them being this aggressive with each other. With each other,
Handful.
you
Go
know,
ahead. Just go ahead.
that's scary if you think about it.
I agree.
Where are the black folks in America going to be if we allow this to continue? If
Agreed.
we don't bring some value to who we are as a people, where are we going to be in 10 years? In 5 years? You got a cat inside the thing that's taking everything away, taking everything away, and if these are people, if these are the kids that's going to come to try to correct that, uh, you know, that's scary. That's
Agreed.
scary. We got to fix it. We got to fix it. I'm landing my plane. That's all I got.
I like that. We have 4 more panelists and 3,000 more taps. People, we should already be there. There's 102 people here. Tap the screen. Bring it
I
ready
had to
for
send
you.
you. I miss you, gift.
Thank you so much, Crystal.
You welcome. How everybody doing?
We good. We getting ready to change subjects. We got running down the line, and then we're gonna move on to the next subject of the night. We've been on this one the
Okay.
entire show. Go ahead, Miss Bree.
I think that the situation is very unfortunate.
Absolutely.
Like you said, there are no winners in this situation. I'm praying
Mhm.
for both families. I'm pretty 100% certain that the girl who is still here is probably going to suffer from some type of survivor's guilt, have to go through
Absolutely.
immense therapy, and her parents are going to have to be very supportive and patient through that. I think we need to remind ourselves as adults and teach our children that you can choose your actions, but you cannot choose the consequences. You
I like that.
cannot.
I like that.
So you have to be careful in the choices that you make. And please, 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 if you don't teach your kids nothing else, don't be a follower. Be a leader and always be kind. It's okay to be kind. It takes nothing. Um, I want to agree with the lady who left. The parents do need to be held accountable. Nothing's gonna change if they don't. And start getting our kids outside more. This social media, this baddies, this
That's
wanna
it.
be this and that.
The
Especially for our
IG. Oh
young
yeah.
women. Our ladies are not even acting like young ladies anymore. And as a mother or even a father figure, how do you wake up every day and see that and even think that's okay?
Absolutely.
Don't forget, I think one of the worst things that you can do as a parent is forget how you felt as a child. So remember that and pour into your children. Eileen.
Love it. All right. For the three remaining guests, two of y'all, y'all know this thing, how this thing go. Let's try to keep it brief so we can move on to the next subject of the night. Because I do have to get up and take my baby fishing. Me and Bishop going fishing in the morning with the fellas from the church. So I got to get up. But I do want to work on it. I do want to do this this other subject. I don't want to save it until Sunday. We got enough people here to have a really productive conversation. So I'm gonna try to stretch it on out. But I do need you guys to continue to tap that screen. Miss Africa, please keep it brief. Your final thoughts on Miss Jada, the Jada West situation.
I'm gonna start with this one.
Thank you.
We've all agreed that we have to raise our kids, but sometimes parents are scared of theirs. I'm not scared of nobody I gave birth to. There is just not gonna be possible. I said to take a chill pill, and that's what I need you to do. We have got to get to the place where we have the real hard conversations with our kids. We need to get to the place where we are in our kids' business. We need
Mm-hmm.
to disconnect them from social media for a while. Sit down and just have time with our kids. Take them to go do things. Um, you need to know what's going on, and when you see something going on, we have this mentality that we gonna handle it, and sometimes the way we handle it is not in the best interest of our children. And I still say that I don't agree. I don't think she should go to jail,
No,
but I do believe she should be suspended from school because protocol was not followed.
I
As
like that.
far as that getting off the bus
Okay,
situation,
girl.
okay, it was established that they were not at their bus stop. That's not a protocol. So breaking those rules for school should equals the punishment of the suspension,
I like
however
that.
the school deal with their part. But there still needs to be some accountability held. I What Jada was doing, I saw it. She was loud, belligerent, aggressive, as y'all say. I just don't feel like she was a bully because I need the before they got off the bus
Sure,
situation. I don't think she was a bully,
sure.
but I also don't know the situation beforehand. So all I could do is in that moment and say, yes, she was aggressive. Yes,
Yeah,
she was wrong for putting her hands on that child. But at the same time, with however many adults was out there and the way kids have phones, if you really didn't want to fight with Jada, you could have called your parent to come out there. So
Mm-hmm.
parents, let's just raise our kids. Let's be proactive in their lives. Let's stay in their business because we are losing our children at an alarming rate over unnecessary foolishness.
Beautifully put. Thank you so much for that, friend. Okay, you're telling me to reset my goal. I just reset it. I'm
Thank you,
sorry.
sister, for coming
I
in, showing love.
apologize.
Evolve.
Pretty girl, we're ready for you. Give me your final thoughts, and we're gonna move on to the next subject now that we finally made it to the 100K mark.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I want to say I'm still on Jada's side. And I think that them little girls should be charged as juveniles, and eventually, once they hit as of age, I think that they should also be charged as adults too. Um, Jada, she didn't result in nobody dying. Whatever she did and whatever, made it happen on that bus, and when they got off, it didn't result in death or manslaughter enough for nobody to be deceased right now or brain dead. So I hope that they get charged, and I also hope that it hunt both of them for the rest of their life, and
Oh
they
wow.
see Jada face for the rest of their life.
So what if you find out that Jada had underlying health conditions that actually was the actual cause and not the actual, or and that the fight was was in conjunction with an underlying health condition? Would
That's
that
okay, and that may be true. That's okay, but that goes back to my point. Lil Mama didn't result in nobody dying though. That's the difference. I hope that they hit them with manslaughter too.
I hear you, but you don't see that she was an active participant at any point during that video.
She was, but like I said, still, the facts just still remain the same. If this go to court, they're not gonna be looking at little mama. They're gonna be looking at what she did, yeah. But
They're gonna look at that
partially, the
video.
blame is gonna go at whoever resulted in death, which is them two little
No,
girls.
no, they're gonna pick that part, the video part, just like I did, and the argument is gonna be made that it
The
was.
video is going to be thrown out because they shouldn't have got off the bus at that, and it wasn't they stop.
Yeah, period.
I thought you said you wanted to be skipped, girly.
I thought this was the final thoughts. I didn't know you was going to be challenging the woman. And
I
she
tried
right, and she right. Okay.
If they get this in the
I can't
courtroom,
believe it. I can't believe we're sitting up here
I don't think
telling
the video
you
gonna be
that
skipped out. I don't think so.
that as people who have worked with children and who raise children, that we could literally watch this and see that this was a situation where this girl was being bullied and she had enough. And she was trying to fight back and stand up for herself. She was new into the neighborhood, all this other kind of stuff. So we're telling you that that's what we see, but you can't believe that. But you let a man get on this panel and say that the girl deserved it?
mm-hmm.
Did I not tell him that I didn't agree with that girl?
You didn't check
Slow down,
you didn't check the link.
because I
and that's why
clearly
I
said I
skip
don't
me.
agree with
And
that.
that's why I said skip me.
I clearly
Because
told
I'm
him multiple
extremely
times I do not
upset
agree
at the
with.
fact that that was allowed and laughed at instead of
Mm-hmm.
immediately being shut down. How are we going to stand up for community when people say egregious things like that? That's crazy.
People come on here all the time and say crazy stuff. What do you mean? I'm not in control of everybody
But
here.
that's a baby though. That's a
That's
baby.
why I just stay silent.
Again, when he said what he said, I said I don't agree with you calling this child a bully, and I do not
And
agree
if y'all
with you
look at
saying
her pictures, look, mama looked like she
that
still
she
had her
deserved that.
innocence.
Did I
Jada
not
didn't
say
look
that? We
like
got
she was
100
no
people
threat
here.
at
Did I
all.
not say that?
Yes, you did, Marquise. You
Yeah,
said that
you
you
did.
did
You
not agree with
did.
that.
Come on now.
He said
I don't get
You
to
didn't cut
control
them out or
what other
nothing.
grown people say out their mouths. Marquise didn't say that. Marquise never once said that girl deserved to die. I got a 17-year-old upstairs. Let's be for real now. Let's be for real. But lay the
He
blame
just
where
said
you
you
want to lay the
did.
blame. That didn't come out of my mouth. You can't make me responsible for other grown people's mouths.
Marquise told him, I don't agree that she deserved that. And then he came back and corrected it himself later when somebody else addressed it to him, that he said he shouldn't have said that, or he didn't mean it like that. But when he said that, Marquise did let him know, but in a polite way. He said, no, she didn't deserve that. That's not right. So that he did do. I'm just, that's just the truth. That's what happened.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, like I said, I don't agree. Again, I would much rather this baby have walked home than stood her ground like everybody's so excited. She won the fight and she stood her ground, but she's dead. Come on, come on, let's get down. I really don't care how we got off the bus and who got off the bus. The point is, these were two girls that were both out of control. If you want to be honest, in my summarization. Because my baby don't act like that. I don't raise children that act like that. I don't hang around people who raise children that act like that. Neither one of them. They both was wrong. And unfortunately, this got completely out of hand. What should have been, what they thought was a regular fight resulted in an accidental unaliving, because that's what it was. Totally accidental. And they both contributed to it. My opinion, nobody has to agree with me. And I'm sorry for interrupting or even challenging anybody, because it was truly the final thoughts, and I should have just kept my mouth shut. But I'm not going to accept fault on another panelist's thoughts and opinions. I'm only going to talk about my own. They both was wrong. They both was wrong. Their mammies and their daddies are the ones that need to be paying for failing to raise their children properly. Both of them. Cussing like they 30 years old and don't pay no bill, don't have no job. Your mamas and daddies still feeding, clothing you, and providing shelter, and you talking like you growner than me. Both of them. I don't care that you upset. If you were raised properly, you would know that you don't carry yourself like that. As a little girl, you don't carry yourself like that. Neither of you. It was just wrong. It was wrong on both their parts. Nobody wants to put blame or don't want to put accountability on her because she's gone. Unfortunately, I'm not built that way. Accountability is accountability. Rather you here or gone, same plane, same thing for me. I am truly sorry this baby gone. Truly am. I wouldn't want to lose mine. Not 98 pounds, 4'11". I wouldn't want my baby out there cussing and fussing, disrespecting grown people, let alone children, and then slanging a child about, and then losing her balance and hitting her head. And then I'm having to bury her a week later. I wouldn't want that. I don't care. I don't care about her having to stand up for herself. Come on home. First and foremost, wouldn't have happened to my baby because Marquise would have been there. Marquise has been there. my baby got picked on twice. Daddy got on the bus and didn't have him no more. But that's the difference between me as a parent and whoever raising these kids. I don't play that. You were raised to respect others, and other people are gonna respect you. And if they can't, then they mamas and their daddies and these school administrators are gonna have to deal with me. Let's blame the parents, because that's the true root of this. These children are only doing what they see on TV, what they see on this internet, on these phones that y'all give them. My daughter 17 still don't have social media. No, she got better things to do. She's in college and high school at the same time. Got better things to do than sit up here and watch baddies and cuss and act a fool. Like she ain't got no class. This should not have happened. I'm done. let's transition and move on to the next subject of the night.
Okay. Do you want me to? No, I don't.
No, you don't get a minute, TT. Your butt, man. You just got in the bar.
Sorry that I was out and just got back, and I came in modding like a mug. And thank you all. Thank you, very lovely people, for tapping up to 100K, y'all. Right. Thank y'all for gifting the panel. Thank you for gifting the host. Thank y'all for being here. You want me to? Can I?
Yeah, you can go ahead. I'm just kidding with you. Go ahead, TT.
I know it's a heated topic, and I think everybody is touched by it in some way or another. It's very. Oh, thank you, honey. But my perspective is away from the blame, and everybody is entitled to their opinion. But
Sure.
I've challenged people in lives before, and I'll challenge everybody again. As heated as we get, if we take this energy and the emotions behind it and step outside of your home and make a change in another child's life, it'll make a difference in the entire community. And y'all don't have to go and be in the field like DP, myself, and a couple others on the panel. You don't have to be, straight direct with these children and these families in crisis. Volunteering makes a world of difference, and I cannot tell y'all how many lives I've seen touched by people coming in, reading to children, mentoring children. I'm very big on mentorship. Go into your church, mentor a child or two. Go to the lunchroom at your kid's school once a week and have lunch. And the parents that can't make it, you're changing lives right there by showing up for them other children. There's so many ways that we can take all this energy and put it into the community. And the children are watching us, y'all. They're listening to these lives. They're watching us go at each other's throat. Like, dang, how we supposed to get it together? And adults can't even get along and figure it out. So just do something, anything you can. And I don't care if I sound kumbaya. I will be kumbaya because I've seen it firsthand. It makes a difference when you walk the walk. We boots on the ground is a thing when it comes to these children. And it could be a neighbor's kid, your friend's kid. It don't matter. Find a child, mentor, show up, be consistent, show them another side of life if they living in the hood or wherever they live in. Rich parents don't show up for their kids, and I know that for sure because they wanted me to come in and get their children together and get paid for it because they're not around. They're absent with all that money. So let's just be about it, y'all. We talk about it. Can we please be about it?
I like it. Very well said. I appreciate you all. The gifts are flying tonight. TikTok will very much appreciate it, and will definitely push us out further on the FYP. Before we
Thank y'all.
transition,
Thank you.
once again, I do need you guys to support me. If you're enjoying this show, this is what we do each and every night. Oh, not every night. I'm sorry. Each and every Friday night and Sunday night. I'm only on twice a week. For Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time until midnight. Although we're going to run this one over because it's such a great show tonight. Then I come back on Sundays for subscriber only Sundays, where we do things a little bit different. Different topics. We deal with our personal stuff. It's just a more intimate connection with me and the actual family. So if that sounds interesting to you, please consider hitting that subscribe button at some point. Also, I'm on the Tube of You, same username, Faith and Bishop 2. I do have great interviews. I've been doing a much better job at copying them and sending them over to the Tube of You for those people that miss them when they're live. So you can go over there and check those out. For the best of my shows here tonight's definitely is going to go over there as well. I do hold on to them and I send them over there as well. So if you're coming in super late, I try to chop them up because my shows are very long, but they'll be available to watch within the next day or two. So hit that subscribe button over there and please support me over here as well. Best way to support me is when you see me on that FYP, like, comment, repost, and most importantly, watch the videos to completion. I try to keep the videos a minute, no more than a minute and a half. So if I could just have that much of your time, it would be amazing. And it does help me out as a creator. Yeah, that's all I want to say about that. All right, it's time to move on. This is out of Florida, and I know Black Love is still down here in the chat. So yes, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for your state once again. The last terrible story I had to do was out of Florida, not the one we just covered, but that was out of Georgia. But when we talked about the 3 boys that unfortunately assaulted the 12-year-old girl, we spent the entire show on it last Friday. It's on the Tube of You. If you missed it, you can go back and watch it. It was good. But they were out of Florida as well, Miami. This woman is out of Florida as well. I don't know if you know her, but her name is Ann May DiMaggio. I'm pretty sure I'm mispronouncing it. Doesn't matter. We just gonna call her Ann May for the sake of this argument. She is 20 years old. She's just got out on bond, $250,000. Apparently, that's the cost of taking a newborn's life. She got out on a $250,000 bond. Let me tell you how this story goes. And I don't blame just her. I blame the nation for this one. This 20-year-old got herself pregnant. Well, somebody got her pregnant. She did not want her mother to know that she was with child. She went into labor. She gave birth on a toilet stool. In an effort to conceal the pregnancy, she began to clean up blood, placenta, everything that comes along with giving